we've slept on infinity. Took you long enough.
When did we start Bioshock 2 again?
Uh, don't
Like,
actually know off the top of my head.
hmm,
Oh,
probably
that's a
around
long ass time ago.
2020 or so. What consoles have I obtained since then? So let's think here.
No,
Original
just making
Xbox,
sure.
Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Sega Dreamcast.
I want to know what fucking flea market you've been to get some old ass consoles.
That's a little thing called eBay.
Ah, I see.
And a swap meet at MIT, if I remember. That was for the
Yeah,
Super
apparently my
Nintendo
mic wasn't
Genesis, at
connected.
least.
That's stupid of me.
Damn.
Shadow, do you mind manning the YouTube chat to see who's there?
I can certainly manage to see if anyone's here.
Oh, trust me.
Yeah.
I know E-Boy I know E-Boy should be in the chat at least.
If he's gonna be here, I certainly hope he does to keep us properly engaged.
Yeah.
Persephone. We're fine.
I'm not gonna keep eyes on the chat for a little bit, if just because you see the reason I said I might want to do it at 8 is more so there might be a period where I might just dip for like no more than maybe 10 minutes. But that's just because got some siblings coming over, and then as a result, later dinner in today, so that's why. So.
Yeah. Find Eleanor.
Not that it's any
dinner.
commitment. It's just pizza. So it's literally just go down, get a plate of pizza, and then come back up. But like,
Got it.
Later dinner, the Italian way. Hello, Senior Apples. Welcome.
bobbity boobity.
It only took us 3 years to beat Bioshock 2.
Yeah, what the fuck is even going on in this game? I don't remember. I know you're playing as Murray, and I know you got a drill.
You Murray, you got a drill and you're saving sisters.
I'll put him.
There's some weird
Alright, the reason why I say
running
this is the
around.
last Bioshock 2 stream is because we are pretty much at the end of the game. Like, I have the achievement that says we dealt with every little sister.
That is to be expected.
It's
That's
just
good
that
to
we
know.
got to the end of the game, and then we suddenly didn't pick it back up.
Bobbity boobity. Hello, ye boy. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, I feel like I had that kind of like moment though, where you're just at the end and you just feel like not finishing it.
I'm trapped in a cage. Something's wrong.
Sometimes it happens.
I'm trapped in a cage. Oh god, where's the cage?
Having
Listen.
tails
Are
out of
we-
the cage.
I wonder, Delta.
Are we gonna play
Do you know
Bioshock
why
Infinite?
you
I don't
are
know.
here?
We'll get there when
Have
we
you
get there.
any
We've
Yeah,
thrown
we're-
the idea.
what my
We've thrown
daughter
the
has
idea
given
around
you?
at least.
Yeah, we were just
As I
discussing
watch
it
you
before
now.
this. So
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah,
before stream started,
short
we have, like,
answer
at least
is
a year.
yes, but we don't know when.
That is acceptable.
Yeah. God.
I do know that it's gonna feature it's gonna feature a pretty similar situation to this, though.
Sounds about right.
What do I want? Oh man, it would have helped if the last time I touched this game wasn't like 2 years ago.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that'd be great.
God, you're like me with the Sly 3 playthrough.
Speaking
God, I
of,
just
when,
need to-
when are we gonna get the rest of those videos? Cause
I was gonna say, I'm gonna have to, like, sit down, I think, just chuff it out for the last of it. I just need to find time, right? Because next week's bad week, because it's not even work, funnily enough, for next week. It's just, I just have a lot of, like, social stuff I need to commit to.
hey, look, it's our old friend, Capitalist Clown.
Oh my god, there he is!
We missed you, friend.
Welcome to the
What do you mean that
circus
wasn't on
around.
Queen?
God. Slacker, you're colorblind.
Clearly.
Yeah. Maybe in like, I'll have to see what my schedule is like in like 2 weeks. But if I don't get like a ton of hours, I could probably set aside a day or two just to, like, finish Sly 3.
Like, there's no rush,
Because that's
man.
when we're in the Caribbean, and that shit's gonna be funny.
It's mostly because that segment is fucking long.
The only reason
No.
I say it is because I finally started looking at I finally uploaded, like, the ones you already had uploaded.
Yeah.
And
no, exactly. It's gonna be a little bit of a weird gap, but also just need to sit down and process the China video. China. Yeah, where we talk about General Sal and his woman moment. I do not remember El Amo Bandito. What the fuck is this? I know it's just a gun thing, but like...
I was about to say, wasn't this the other vending machine that essentially
this is the racist one.
Sold guns and bullets?
Ah, yes, Racism, the vending machine, my favorite.
I mean, for all we know, fucking capitalist clown, maybe Italian.
Hey, did that thing just say daddy?
Yes, it did. Wait, no, I'm going the wrong direction. Wait, where am I going? I'm already lost! I was there 5 seconds ago! How'd I get lost?
I turned him around, fellas!
We did it!
Wait, no, that's the right direction!
Have any of you played the PvP mode of Bioshock 2?
I have not.
Oh, wait a minute.
I forgot this game had PvP. Fuck.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, it was during that era where every game suddenly had Yep, there's Daddy's home.
Oh, Daddy.
But yeah, this was during that weird era of gaming where every single game had like a multiplayer mode, even if it didn't even make sense.
I'm trying to remember if the PvP thing was specifically something from, like, DLC or something alongside stuff like
I think it was
Den.
part of the game. Like, I think what you're thinking of is Minerva's Den.
Oh, yeah, I may just be thinking of Minerva's Den.
Yeah, I think, yeah, this really was released in the era where everything had to have, like, a forced multiplayer mode.
Yeah. But yeah, the guy who did Minerva's Den, he later went on to make video games, like Gone Home.
No matter what
now, what year was Bioshock 2 again? Was this 09?
2010.
2010, okay. No, because I wanted to make some remark, because, funnily enough, this actually relates to Bioshock Infinite, of all things, but it was that whole thing of Bioshock Infinite's praise, let's be real, just came down to the fact that it was a game in 2013 with personality. Because let's be real, games from 2011, 2012 maybe, to like 2015, 2016 had like no fucking soul. I will die on that hill.
Hold on, Senior Apples brings up an interesting point. Did Max Payne 3 have a PvP mode? I don't actually recall because I never actually played them.
You know what? Would be a. You know what? I'll ask Kylo that because he's a huge Rockstar fan.
I wouldn't know because I never got into the Max Payne games. I had like one game for like Xbox and that was it.
I think I have the original on Xbox and I just haven't played it. Oy. When Max is painful, I don't know, I never played it.
When the bio was shocked, I don't know, I never played this.
When there are 2 fortresses and there's teams in them, I don't know, I never played that game.
When the Elders ring?
What are you waiting for, kid?
I don't know what you're talking about.
When the Elder reads a scroll, I don't know, I never touched that series.
He probably looks at it and he sees it just as a bunch of fucking Sanskrit for all we know. Probably can't read.
How will she remember us after
Yeah,
this
and then
moment?
they shout at some dude in knight armor and they send him tumbling down a mountain for 10 minutes.
As have you. Is this what she hoped for? Mother
Oh
and
god, I feel like a Skyrim stream. I feel like streaming any Elder Scrolls game would be really fun, actually.
Only on the condition that we just pump it full of as many meme mods as possible.
Have escaped your
No,
legacy.
you don't even need to do that with Oblivion. You can just make a whole stream dedicated to the character.
Hello? Ooh, scary violin noises.
Defeat the big sisters. Damn, I have one of those.
When the redemption is Red Dead, I don't know how to play this. Clever, you boy.
When the bio is shocked twice, I don't know, I'm not playing this game.
When the bio is shocked infinitely. Why? Don't know if I played it. Why am I so high up?
When the theft is grand and automatic, I don't know, I never played it.
When the thief has a dark project, I don't know what you're talking about, man.
When the banjo is kazooie, I don't know.
I can honestly have no idea anybody ever says anything good about Thief the Dark Project anymore. I only ever hear anyone say a lot of good things about the Metal Age.
I was gonna say, like, don't people only like the old Thief games? Like,
yeah. They mostly like the older Thief games. The fourth game kind of fucks up a lot of basic mechanics for it. Like, they fuck up the audio system.
well, I was gonna say, wasn't that game also just really dumbed down, from what I understand?
Kind of.
Because it's a 2014 reboot. See what I mean? Games from that era are fucking soulless.
When the Freddy has 5 nights, I don't know. I'm not pizza.
Not pizza, cheese.
When the kingdom has hearts.
I don't know.
know.
Never played it.
Oh my god! Actually, speaking of Kingdom
When the
Hearts,
hedgehog goes Sonic, I don't know.
God, speaking of Kingdom Hearts, though, because I did get that PS4 recently, I am kind of tempted to get one of those KH collections, just to actually give those games a fair chance, but
Which
also. Just one of those like Kingdom Hearts collections, because you know you just get like.
Go through the series chronologically.
No, I understand, because with Kingdom Hearts, those games are fucking confusing and annoying, and I don't like those game stories from what I've seen.
No, here's the thing about the stories of Kingdom Hearts. Like, if you take them seriously, you're gonna have a rough time. Those games are meant to be memed on.
No, this the thing, right? Is like I was having this conversation with like one of my friends recently, right? Who's like a big Kingdom Hearts fan, and it's just like a whole thing of like, you know, they're like. You know, you got the Disney stuff, so it's kind of like a kid's game or whatever, and then they follow up with the same sentence that Mickey Mouse is a war criminal, and I'm like, am I supposed to take this seriously or not?
I'm sorry, he did what now?
I don't know what Mickey does in those games, but point is...
Fallujah, I swear!
Jesus. Nah, it was just one of those things where I saw...
leader of the Club of
like,
Agent Orange. M-I-C-K-E-Y, Agent Orange.
God. But point is, I just saw those, like, some of those collections were, like, pretty cheap, like, physically at the moment, so it's just like, yeah, this wouldn't hurt. At worst, I'm not big on it, and I didn't spend a lot of money, you know? Like... Oh, jeez. Yeah, by the way, you want to feel old? The PS4 turned 10 a few days ago. Feel old yet?
Yep.
Who's the rodent dropping all these chemicals on the O-R-A-N-G-E-M-O-U-S-E, Orange Mouse. Hey, it's Orange Mouse, everybody.
That was a civvy joke. Hang the fuck on. Don't think I didn't catch that one. I'm playing a shitty movie licensed game, Cancer Mouse. Oh my god.
You know, it'd be great if I didn't die every 3 times I got hit.
Well, I was about to say, this is basically just a basic standard tactic you did in the original Bioshock, is just throw
my corpse at the wall until I win.
I mean, hey,
like,
it's
I don't know,
working.
maybe you're gonna glitch one of the big sisters that they're gonna be moving still, and then you can just beat them to death with your drill.
Did that happen? It's been so fucking long.
I don't. It hasn't
It
happened
doesn't-
in this. It
Oh
hasn't happened
wait,
in
that's
this
how
game,
you
but it has happened.
heal?
But it hasn't happened in this game, but it has happened in the first game.
No, that's the funny thing about
Here's the thing.
spending
Well, here's
taking
the
so
thing. Like, I
long.
was playing Bioshock on hard, so that's one mistake I'm not gonna repeat with like Bioshock Bingo.
Enough point.
God. Fuck, I think it would be funny if I ever played Doom Eternal for the channel and then you just see me kick ass on fucking ultraviolence
You're
or
out
whatever.
of ammo, dude.
Oh, thanks for that.
Real.
Oh my god.
It was really funny when I first started playing Doom Eternal. My friend was just like, "No, you might not want to start an ultraviolence." And I'm like, "I'm a gamer. I know what I'm doing."
No, you don't. No, you're not.
No, that's the thing, too. I feel like I did pretty okay for my first time going through that game. It's just... Oh god, that game just throws so many mechanics at you that weren't in 2016.
What are you waiting
Oh
for,
god.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Escape from Tomorrowland? I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it. Like, what the fuck was it?
Escape from
something
Tomorrowland?
Yeah, it's
Can't say I'm familiar with it.
It's to my knowledge, it's like a it's sort of like a psychological like thriller horror movie that's set in Disneyland. And what is it? There was the main comment was like the person who filmed it could be under scrutiny because they fucking
10 years.
what the fuck is it? They got footage without permission of Disneyland.
Brought you here.
What?
She wanted a father.
Yeah, it's weird.
So she found a way
It's
to
a
restore
bizarre
you
movie. It's a
in
lot
body
like it also runs on
and
like
mind.
a handful of like Disney conspiracy theories. Oh.
Oh, okay.
Shock.
And she has been watching you ever since, exalting your every act as gospel.
Okay, I barely heard that sound effect.
I heard
God.
it.
Lying on that bed
Oh my god, like,
is no longer
I miss having, like,
nor
the,
my
like,
life's work.
I miss having a soundboard in streams.
Shaped
Oh,
by you
jeez.
alone.
I know that's a weird...
It's so powerful, but you gotta temper it. Like,
Yeah.
that's just all it is.
Sparingly
Detail of your
Yeah.
mutual bond.
to
She
appreciate
failed to
content.
Your body was designed to lapse
Ooh, if this
into
wasn't a
coma
live stream,
when
I
her
would
heart
Weezer you
ceases
all
to beat.
right now, just to piss y'all off.
sure you would.
Forgive
Well, I
me.
got Weezer and reverse Weezer. Damn.
Damn, being a fucking beloved smotherer and shit. Well, actually, not beloved smotherer. I actually, if records are correct, she's actually an abusive mother. But that's
Oh,
beside-
okay. Good.
Full restraints at all times. No one enters this room.
My left ear is really enjoying this. Hang on.
No, that's not just you, it's on my end, too.
Is there something you need?
Father, it's me, Eleanor. I'm so sorry. Mother stopped my heart long enough to sever our bond. Staying near me won't stop you from dying now. Or worse. But I can still help you escape. This little sister's brought you something that will allow you to take control of her.
Okay.
No, I have no idea how you managed to stab right through
What?
his helmet, but that's besides the point.
Huh?
What?
Well, I just realized your character is like, has such a pinhead. Holy shit.
It's a pinhead
I
helmet.
know this feels a bit strange, Father, but now you can see through her eyes and tell her where to go.
Oh boy, I'm a
How I
child.
brought you back without Mother catching on.
Real-time child gameplay.
Who you calling Pinhead? Oh, first thing I thought that was a game, I'm like, what the fuck is this music?
The banjo music.
Wait. Oh, I just knocked over a pillow.
Oh, you're supposed to crawl into the vent.
Well, I know that. I'm just trying to figure out if there's anything that's
Yo!
optional.
It's
Oh my
like he
God.
it's like he came among us. Is he going to vent?
You know,
Or he,
Among Us
he
memes, it
eventually-
becomes... It's one of those things that's so unfunny it loops around to being funny again.
oh god.
In fact, I like those memes so much that my friend told me I could only have a spoonful. So then I pulled out a comically large spoon.
There's a way to unlock these chambers she's holding us in. Find a way to slip in there.
Don't go in the crevice.
Don't go in the crevice. Infiltrate Lamb's office. Okay. So much cleaner than it was before, huh?
Huh.
The Little Sisters do have a very warped perspective of everything.
I mean, things do
God.
kind of look like this when you're a child,
Yeah.
Everything
and then
looks
you
so
grow
much
up
bigger
and everything
cleaner.
loses its luster.
Yeah, I can't imagine what a child in Detroit is gonna, like, see. I'm gonna be real.
You're in.
They see stuff
should
like
be a lever in
Pyro
here
does.
somewhere.
Like instead of people just having random
It will
just
unlock
shooting
itself.
guns, instead they have guns that shoot like rainbow
He will
trails.
attempt to reach Subject Delta. All family duties are hereby suspended
What
until
Mother
he
did
is
to me
found.
left me very weak, or I would do this part myself. To save your life, I'm going to have to change. To be like you.
Huh.
Here, you should be able to locate the pieces of a Big Sister suit. Please, bring them to me.
Okay, actually, yeah, Apples makes a good point. The atom may just be affecting their perception, but I actually don't know if the Little Sisters
whoa.
even use atom.
Hang on, turn around. What was that painting I just saw? Back up the stairs. What is that?
Vault? Is a Vault Boy? Vault Boy, is that you?
Huh.
Daddy is so strong!
Vault Boy, is that you?
Oh.
Why are you wearing a scuba suit?
Daddy meets Dr. Gilbert.
Okay. Good for him.
Dr. Gilbert looks like he needs some
Me
help
when
with
I
something.
fight the flesh worm, I am also flesh.
Hi, I am child.
I am child.
Oh.
Hello? Oh. Oh.
Okay.
Okay, so we can confirm the children are schizophrenic.
Ooh,
Oh,
money.
Fair enough.
All good girls gather, like I just did.
Yeah,
The
you're a
internet-
good girl, Slacker.
The internet has ruined the word daddy so hard.
Oh, shit.
I was gonna say,
Man-
little sister
man,
with a
you-
gun.
Man, you got a weird high going on.
There's a piece of the suit in here, Father. Find the rest and bring them back to me.
Okay.
Huh. Okay.
10 years, Father. Stuck in this fever dream. Mother kept me sedated in order to perfect my mind with Adam. To her, the ideal child is a genius, serving the common good
Oh,
without
really?
questioning
The
it.
ideal child's a
You
genius.
have saved me from that.
Well, prepare to be woefully disappointed at most
The other
children you'll
sisters
ever
are
see in
made
your
from
whole
me,
life.
in part.
That isn't like the
They grow up in rapture.
0.001%.
When you were with the little ones, they trusted you
always
as their
terrible.
father because of me.
Always terrible. The things we're teaching them is even worse. Have you guys ever seen a video that was apparently reveals that like there's a fucking PowerPoint presentation someone made to like help teach teachers how to teach kids about sex toys?
No! What the hell is this?
If o-
It's
golly, if only there was a law, if only there was a bill passed that prevented that from happening.
yeah, I know. But yeah, it's weird. Like because I saw a video that was discussing it, and like it played like the video
Mother
itself and
was
like
right
the
about
presentation
one
like bits and
thing.
pieces, and there's like
I
one
have
part where
been
like
watching
the
you, Father.
presenter is like
Studying the
very
way you have
specifically
treated
clarifies
others.
like the
And
things
now
that
I
he is
know
telling
who
them is
I
about
am.
like stuff for sex. And there's like what? There's this one part where he like brings out like one of these
I
strap-ons
am
and he's like,
free.
Or like one of these,
everything Mother has
something
done
along
to
those
me,
lines. He
I'm
pulls out like this
alive
fucking
and
like
sane enough to be curious
soft,
about the
this,
sun.
he pulls out this fucking
When you
dildo and
rescued
then like
my
he's
new
like,
sisters,
you see this is
I
a
felt
big
every
boy.
one.
And then like he's
And
kind of
it
looking
gave
at him
me
and he's
hope
like, give me like
for
an
the
hour and
first
30 minutes. I
time.
can
We got
probably
events.
fit this in my, I can probably fit this in my asshole.
God, the vent among us.
Alexa, what is the width of the... How wide can the human asshole stretch?
God, please do not ask her.
Alexa, what is the diameter of an Amazon Echo?
Oh God.
Oh no.
You're
Oh
so
no.
You're so desperate. You'll fucking. Good on you.
Oh,
I like the
gee.
flesh statues representing the actions you did. Yeah, honestly, the statues do show pretty well. I guess this is like more just.
It's more
this-
like Big
this
Daddy
game
worship.
is- Well, I mean, it's also that, and it's also like, I guess if it's based on stuff for fucking. Like, if it's based on like the morality gimmick or mechanic that was like originally set up for the first game, like this is the game that's kind of perfecting it. Oh, hello, speak of the devil. Hello, Chalice. Nice to see you here.
Speak of the devil morality.
Now, I will do the same for all the others. Starting with this one.
Lady looks like a core from Portal.
Oh.
Did I ever mention how this game technically did not need to
We've
be
done it,
made
Father.
at all?
I'll be there soon.
This is true.
It didn't. No.
This is...
They just made it because it was successful. Because the first game was successful.
Yeah, this is
Was that the
literally
was that the heavy-
we
was that
only
the heavy
made this
sound?
because the first game worked so well thing.
These suits always did make me think of you,
Congratulations,
Father.
guys. You finally
I guess I
found a
still
woman.
remember you in shining armor.
Woman
Now
located.
it's my turn to fight for you.
Thanks, thanks, Chalice. We appreciate it.
Oh my god. Woman located.
Yeah.
Take this
Oh!
plasmid. You can use it to call me to your
Oh,
side
nice,
in
2
a fight.
achievements.
Oh hell no. Is she giving you like a Fortnite drink? The fuck is that?
She's giving you the drink. She's giving you the drink to summon her.
You ever hear of purple drank? Well, I guess this is red drank. New plasmid summon Eleanor.
Is this-
What do you mean that's a plasmid?
I guess it's the equivalent of fucking like doing a dog whistle and then just having her immediately come to help you.
Summon the big sister to fight by your side. Warning, nothing lasts forever.
Oh, groovy,
That was perfectly
That is
timed.
acceptable.
Oh, hell yeah.
Groovy, baby.
Yeah. I don't know why, just the idea of summon Eleanor being a plasmid is really funny to me. Because it feels like they just needed a shortcut to just not give you a companion for like the rest of the game or some shit.
You know, because this was basically like something they were setting up that they wanted to do in Infinite when they decided to make Elizabeth. Your Apple says, I mean, at least it's more close to the original than Infinite. Well, I mean, yeah, you are correct.
Mind so much that Infinite's trying to do like a different setting, right? Like, if that's what you mean, like, by that, right? The problem is it's just purely the execution, and Infinite is just bad.
Chalice, I used to think that Bioshock was ground steampunk, but someone told me that it's just a different underwater steampunk looking aesthetic. Well, I mean, like, you can easily make that argument for, like, the original being, like, deco punk.
I was gonna say, it's like
now,
steampunk with, like, Art Deco.
No,
like...
no, we are not going into that discussion again.
I'm just fucking with you. It's mostly Art Deco.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's
we are not
deco punk.
repeating that one conniption I had with Kitchu.
Yeah, no, it's mostly Art Deco with just like a hint of steampunk in it, just for good measure. Like, and by that I just mainly mean like the Big Daddy and like maybe some of the environments you see, but other than that, it's 1920s Art Deco. Like,
yeah, my understanding of this is like Bioshock is technically more deco punk than anything else, but then like you could make the argument that Bioshock 2 like is deco punk but like more degraded, I guess.
Oh God.
yeah,
She's going to drop
and it
this
just so
building into
happens
the
that
trench.
degraded
It's miles
like
deep.
Art Deco
We have
kind
to
of
find
lines up with
Sinclair.
steampunk. In like just visually, I mean, not in terms of like what you do in it. Because this is the big thing with steampunk. I don't see steam engines in Rapture. I don't see any of that shit. Like, it's underwater. How can it be steampunk? Most of the stuff with steampunk is like either on the surface or in the air.
Yeah, give or take.
I feel like most of the stuff you see with like steampunk is usually like one of those two things. Not saying you can't do it like in this sort of like pseudo-Atlantis sort of like underwater setting, but like, you know.
Well, I mean,
Okay,
on
to
the
be-
bingo sheet for
okay,
Bioshock.
in
I mean,
argument,
the
like,
bingo
the
sheet
different-
of Bioshock literally has Titanic reference on it.
Upstairs, Father. Quickly.
That is acceptable.
Well,
I
does
mean,
that
in
mean
hind-
Bioshock is like those guys that explore the Titanic and kind of imploded?
I mean, I guess.
Huh. Much to think about.
I mean, to be fair, in hindsight, like, I know it's, like, weird that there's a
This
lot
is
of different,
Sinclair's
like,
lifeboat, Father.
genres
Out
of
the
punk
window
fiction, but
here.
have you ever realized,
It's
like,
our
there's
only
1,000 different
chance of escape.
subgenres for fantasy?
From what I know of Sinclair,
Yeah, that's
he
the
wouldn't
thing,
just
right? Is
abandon
fantasy
it.
does not just mean high fantasy, because high fantasy is high fantasy. Like,
It's fantasy that comes about when you get high.
yeah, pretty much.
No, like, I actually
I mean,
saw
it
a
is
video
not a
that
coincidence that the 70s, a period where people did a lot of drugs, was also the period where we got a lot of great fantasy works.
Yeah. That being said,
That's
I
why they
am
call
like
it high fantasy.
Yeah,
My
and the
face
funniest
when
thing is I am high
Bioshock was
fantasy's biggest hater,
biopunk.
so
Okay, actually, yeah, Senior
I can
Apples
see a
was
bit
a
of
good point.
biopunk.
Yeah, there's like elements of biopunk, I guess, because there is like a sort of horror-ish element in the fact of like the mutations and Adam messing
Mother
with
has locked
bodies
all
and
of
shit.
Persephone down,
yeah. Well, that's
including
the thing. I
gangway leading to
kind of
Lifeboat.
hesitate to call
We can reverse it from
Bioshock
the
and
holding wing
blank
if we
punk
hurry.
of any
Come on.
kind because
It
It's
has
such
a
a
really unique
mishmash.
aesthetic.
that's the thing. It's a mishmash of a bunch of different kinds of like genre, I guess. Like,
Yeah, it's...
because like I said, you got a little bit like this.
If
You
you
got a
need
little
me,
bit of
Father.
steampunk in the
I'm
Big
going to have a
Daddy.
look
You
around.
got like you got a lot of Art Deco in the environment. You got a lot of biopunk and like the enemies you fight. Like,
I mean, you can look at something and say, yup, that is Bioshock. Yup, I am dead.
Well, it's gonna wonder where the Vita Chamber is.
oh, run it again, Katie.
Okay, that happened.
Do I have that as a soundboard? Actually, hang on. I'm gonna mock you a little bit.
Run it again, Katie.
I don't even know what that
God.
reference is.
It's from Civvy. God, that's the second Civvy reference we've made during the stream. Thank you, Shadow, for poisoning me again.
You're welcome, I guess.
God, no, because I've been like, I keep thinking of his Witch Haven video a lot recently because that game looks so stupid.
Fair enough.
In like a funny way, but it's like a really bad DOS game if you need to know.
Oh shit, I forgot to do the...
Lots of DOS
announcement.
games do that.
Well,
Oh, that's why there's such a small turnout today. Chalice says, I told my mom about you too, so now she thinks you are gay lovers.
wait,
Senior
what?
Senior Apple says they aren't? Chalice says maybe they always were. Okay, the question you would be asking is which two, because there's like 3 people here.
I smell
Yeah.
a gay man's.
No, I
Get
need
back
to
here,
now
holy
ask,
man.
No, but now, Chalice, I need to ask, who are the two in question? I need to know.
That's what I want.
I know that she ships me and Kylo together. Sorry.
Oh god. Sorry, Eleanor. But at least in hindsight, now you got a glowing piercing, so I guess that's something to be.
Yeah, because Chalice, if I'm one of them, friendly reminder, I have a girlfriend.
Okay, good news is you aren't. So that only leaves like 2 people here.
Oh, gee, I wonder who it could be. Return the slab.
God. Just happens and stuff.
When I do not remember the term for it, but have you all heard of transvestigating, right?
Wait, what?
Maybe.
Okay.
Also new person is here. Ewil91. Thank you for
Nice.
showing
How's it
up.
going, man?
Welcome, welcome. So, okay, the general idea of transvestigating is you look at somebody, you see how they act, and then you think to yourself, is this person transgender? And they just don't know it yet. Is Chalice doing that, but instead of, one of you two is trans, it's both of you are gay?
Well, that depends. Is it a trans man and a trans man, or is it a trans woman, trans man, trans woman, or is it trans man, trans woman?
Transvestigating, that's all it is.
I was under the impression from like videos I've seen, like their ultimate goal was mostly just
I am
to,
so
like,
proud that you finally came out right.
Oh my god, what the hell is wrong with you?
Ewil says, pretty good. Love Bioshock 2. Super underrated. You know what? Yeah, Bioshock 2 is good. I like it.
Yeah,
I mean,
like I said earlier that it was like the
interesting thing.
sequel that never needed to happen, but you know what? This could have been far, far worse. Like,
It happened, and damn it, we're glad that it happened.
Yeah, it's... Okay, well, honestly, I don't think you're missing out on too much, but honestly, I can... But you know what? I do think that a timeline where this exists isn't exactly that bad, because it's just more it's really just more Bioshock.
Fucking Chalice brings it up. Fucking seniors like investigator Chalice is in the house.
Yeah, I just saw that. That's
Fucking.
I guess that's the investigator, huh?
Fucking like she makes jokes about it, but like, the irony is if I show up one time and I'm with someone else, and it'll be like, oh yeah, this is my girlfriend, and then be like, wait a minute, you're straight? And then I'd be like, no, I'm actually ace, but you're more than welcome to assume otherwise.
Lamau. This is the only game where you can get called daddy and not get looked at strangely. Well, I think if you're making commentary, yes, you will get looked at strangely.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I'm under the impression you guys were already getting strange looks anyway.
Oh, definitely. Ewil asks, have you guys played Infinite?
We've mentioned earlier in the stream that we're thinking about it, but it's probably not gonna happen
back on
anytime
Neon,
soon.
Jake played it, so
Yeah. Slacker
overall,
as well,
somebody someone associated with us has played it, but as far as for this channel, nah.
Look back at Eleanor.
What?
Look back. Are we just gonna acknowledge that she just has a fucking glowing nipple piercing or fucking belly piercing?
Excuse me? That's not where the nipple is.
Wait a minute. Wait, Eleanor, hold on.
That would be the saggiest tit ever. Like, it's just really long and really droopy.
That's like a 80-year-old woman's nipple. Like, the people getting nipple piercings now, that's where they're gonna end up like when they're 80.
They're horribly, horribly deflated.
80-year-old Gen Z
Eleanor?
Gen Z people absolutely are gonna be doing
I
that.
hate the idea of 80-year-old Gen Z so much now that I'm like thinking about it.
You know what? Thanks for correcting me. Well, it is a liver piercing.
Yeah, no, that would be a liver piercing, but no, Shadow. Now you got me thinking of 80-year-old Gen Z. They're in the retirement home, and all they're doing is playing fucking Black Ops 2 Zombies and listening to Lucky Star.
So bad.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Oh my god. Actually, no, Gen Z wouldn't be Lucky Star. They'd be Nichijou.
God, that's even worse. Okay, maybe not, because Nichijou is actually distinctly funnier than Lucky Star, but that's besides the point.
Helvetica Standard.
We have to get you out
I think
of
the
Rapture,
funniest thing,
Father.
honestly,
It's the
is
only
a
way
bunch
I
of
can save
people
you now.
tried to, like, peg me as a Lucky Star fan. I have never seen the show in my life.
Yeah, I've seen it before when I was a kid, when I was watching like bits and pieces of episodes, so okay, I guess.
Okay, Chalice apparently says my gaydar is detecting a mass amount of homosexual energy within the stream. Well, good for you, Chalice.
Fancier people would like to call that projecting.
I think that is a little bit of projecting, Chalice. Got something to say? Remember, time is ticking down. Better enjoy it while it lasts.
You have to fulfill my crack ship, guys.
You
Oh my god, it's like that one
do
picture
that
of like that one Kill a Kill girl, and then like that one JoJo character, and with Alphys from Undertale, and it's like, wait, who the hell are you? I don't care. You must fulfill my crack shift.
One final album series.
I hate that post Apple so much. Imagine 80. You
Gen
say it.
Alpha imagine 80-year-old Gen Alpha listening to Skibbity Toilet in the future.
Mother's controlling Sinclair, Father.
That got a good chuckle out of me. That. God, retirement homes are gonna be wild when I'm dead. I'll just say that.
Thank God we won't be around to see them.
No, seriously. Oh my god, no, I don't want to wish this on my grandkids. Holy shit.
I wouldn't want that on anybody. Chalice, yeah, I am projecting now. Kiss. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Why don't you come into the chat? Why don't you come into the stream then?
Oh wait!
If you want to happen so badly.
Ooh.
Hello, Ammo Bandito. It's nice to see you again.
I'm gay.
That sums up most of this chat at the moment.
Just projecting your opinions on us when we're just three idiots playing a video game.
Oh man.
This is why you shouldn't give me the Nitro soundboard. You give me too much.
I need to bring you into like my new like soundboard expansion pack.
Oh no, what do you mean your soundboard expansion pack?
Okay, so you know how the people on the server
Mortis.
don't boost the server so we can't have like more sounds on our soundboard?
Oh my god,
Well,
no.
to
So
be
you
fair,
just
we've
have a
never
private server dedicated to more sounds?
Yes, I do. That's right. That's where my Mortis sound is located.
Actually, no. I mean, that's where I got Weezer in it.
This is literally just him, like, setting up, like, doing, like, the workaround just to avoid getting server boosters. Because he knows everyone in our
Well, no,
server's
it's more that people
bored,
don't
stingy
want
as
to...
fuck.
Well, no, if people wanted to boost the server, we could easily, like...
But they don't, because they're stingy as fuck.
Watch out, Slacker's selling a Freezervision battle pass. Damn right we are.
Damn right we are, and we're fucking proud of it. Why aren't you helping us shill it?
Oh my god, sorry, Eleanor.
Damn.
She has a fucking spear in her chest.
Actually,
Hold
oh my
on,
God.
do I take it out or leave it in?
Do I take it out or do I leave it in?
It's in her liver nipple again, so...
Oh my god.
Hang on. This is a context for one of the soundboards I have, which is just fucking this.
Just play the sound.
Okay. But hang on, have y'all
Great.
ever played the game, or at least heard of Vex by chance?
Chirp, chirp,
No.
chirp.
Oh my, oh my God! You're gonna get a fucking kick out of this description, right, Slacker? So, imagine most stereotypical like you know, it's like edgy, like 2000s, like main character seeking revenge for his like enslaved kind or whatever, and like, you know, he has these like mystical claws or whatever that help him like throughout the game or whatever. They're bound to him for life, and then you have to collect like the hearts of dead wraiths to progress the game.
Holy
Notice
shit,
how I
is
mentioned-
this Shadow the Hedgehog?
No, notice how
My
I said no,
My
Shadow
dude,
Slacker.
fucking Alpha's
Notice
having
how-
fucking
no.
hit the cooler.
But Slacker, notice how I said you collect Wraith hearts?
Yeah.
It's Mario 64. It is a 3D platformer where you go through sandbox levels collecting a main collectible. It has 100 coin missions and effectively red coin missions in it.
You know what? You know what, Ewell? You're right. Eleanor is just built different. She can take
She is-
fucking trap rivets and spear ammo into the liver nipple and have no issues.
No, exactly. But oh my God, I just
Oh
need
my
an
god,
excuse
I put the link in the wrong place. Damn it!
Well.
Welp, but yeah.
All right, there we go. I'm BRBing to get another drink.
Oh boy. But
Well,
yeah,
here we
that's
go.
Vex for you fellas. It is the most tonally dissonant thing I've ever seen in my whole life, and it is really, really funny for that alone.
Oh, how is everybody doing tonight?
Oh, I'm having a ball, if you couldn't tell.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself.
Yeah. Hang on. Wait, Slacker isn't here. I can Weezer the stream. Where is it?
Oh, he did post in the... Oh, no.
I can Weezer the stream.
It's loud.
Oh yeah, now that I could reverse Weezer Steam. Oh, fuck you, unweezers the stream.
No, you took my Weezer.
God, that riff is disgusting. It's only a 3-second. Oh God, still breathing, always a plus. Hell yeah, dude. Life is good. Enjoy it while you have it.
Hell yeah, my brother. Just live to breathe another day.
We live to breathe.
Yep.
So, hypothetical here for a second, right? What
Okay.
if, hear me out for a second, humans don't actually age, but oxygen is just a poison that very, very, very slowly kills us?
So, like, oxygen itself is poison?
Yes, but it kills us very, very, very slowly.
Okay, in hindsight, considering the fact that, like, secondhand smoke is something that already exists, that kind of makes sense.
What's with these homies dissing my girl? What do they got? What do they got a front? What do we ever do to these guys that made them so violent?
We sent them we gave them an entire underwater city, and now they're just sitting here hooked on drugs and shit.
I don't know, maybe it was...
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Anal Level 39. Today we're breaking a new world record and sucking 20 dicks in 30 seconds. Let's go! I don't know, I just came up with that while I was gone, and I'm like, that's gonna be the dumbest thing I've ever said. Let's do it.
You might be onto something. Hell yeah, I'm onto something. No, Slacker, did you miss my little hypothetical, my little
I missed
crackpot
all of it.
theory? Oh, my little conspiracy theory. So hear me out for a second. What if oxygen, even though it's essential for human life, right?
It's slowly killing us.
It's slowly killing us. You do realize I wrote Weezer lyrics, right? I'm gonna be honest, Chalice, I've never listened to Weezer in my whole life.
God damn it. What's with these homies dissing my girl? Why do they got a front?
fucking troubles get fucking worse.
Homies dissing my girl.
What's with these homies dissing my girl? What do they gotta do to front? Aww. Judy, have you ever listened to Weezer? Did you just not remember you had a fire plasmid or something?
No, I forgot what the button was for it.
Hello,
Okay.
hello, lady.
Okay, so in this regard, in considering your hypothetical, if oxygen is just a poison that is killing us very slowly, does that mean that we could technically train ourselves to breathe carbon dioxide instead?
Delta cannot reach me here.
I don't
Eleanor,
know, man.
no, no! Eleanor, stop pushing me!
She's Call of Duty trolling you!
Eleanor, no!
No, she's literally Call of Duty trolling you!
Eleanor, please!
She's doing that shit that fucking, like, guys would do back in the 2000s, little kids, where they just box them in the corner when they're on the same team.
Fortunately, by now, I'm the world's foremost expert at breaking
Senior Apple says I look like Buddy Holly.
Listen,
So you
Jesus
look like
Christ,
4
Eleanor.
evenly spaced dudes?
Die for it.
I'm a little confused what you mean there, buddy.
You okay? You look like you got a few holes in your suit.
Oh, don't worry. She's just angry that somebody ate her Pop-Tarts. She'll be fine.
Me want to eat your Pop-Tarts.
This is what happens when you get her wild berry instead of strawberry. You know she doesn't like wild berry Pop-Tarts.
God, honestly, strawberry Pop-Tart's a little overrated. Brown sugar cinnamon is the best one.
Honestly, like strawberry Pop-Tart. Strawberry Pop-Tart is the vanilla Pop-Tarts. What the fuck even hit me?
Welp.
Well, gonna wonder what the death run is for this one.
Yes.
Oh,
Just put yes in the death counter.
Yes. Oh my
This
God.
isn't the first time you've just chucked your body at something consistently.
God, now everyone's quoting fucking Weezer because I Weezered the chat.
Wrestle with Jimmy!
Come on, guys, I unweezered you as well. Like, come on.
Yeah, he reversed Weezered, so there's no reason to keep doing it.
Cherry's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
underrated too. Yes, thank you. Cherry is better than strawberry in my book.
Cherry Pop-Tarts?
Yes, cherry Pop-Tarts go hard.
It's really weird because I've never actually had cherry Pop-Tarts before. I remember, like, very distinctly, like, brown sugar, strawberry, fucking...
I feel like the big
wild
three
berry,
are...
and then there was occasionally, like, there would be, like...
Blueberry, I think, is the other big one.
What's the other one? Fucking Fudge Sundae?
Oh, fudge sundae is another big one.
My favorite flavors of Pop-Tart are actually Hot Fudge Sundae and s'mores.
That's the one I was thinking of, Hot Fudge Sundae.
Those ones are good. But I think of them more as like a dessert Pop-Tart than anything. That is not something I have for breakfast.
They really are just dessert Pop-Tarts at that point. They're way too... They're way
They're
too...
a bit too sweet for like breakfast in my opinion, but it's a great dessert snack. Like
Which one? It just happens.
Just any like the sweet ones, like s'mores or like a hot fudge sundae or whatever. But that's just my take. Like
a Pop-Tart for every occasion.
No, there is a
No,
that's why I like brown sugar cinnamon. It's like the most well-rounded one because it's like a coffee cake. Like
Another way, but I'd rather.
I think they came out with grape not too long ago. Grape Pop-Tart sounds interesting, huh?
God, he's right, Father. Mother's better.
To be fair, that just sounds like a jelly sandwich. Like
we can't save Sinclair now. We need that key from him.
You would think in hindsight, if they made a grape Pop-Tart, it would also have
Okay, that
like
one
a
was
peanut
on
butter
me.
thing to be a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
I was gonna say, I feel like, oh god, I feel like a peanut butter jelly Pop-Tart sounds like, it sounds better than it probably is. Like, ugh.
Yeah, it sounds like one of those
Oh,
flavors that at first are like, oh, that sounds like a neat flavor, and then you eat it and like, why does humanity allow this to exist?
No, I saw this fucking, like, video series a while back where it was just a bunch, this guy that speedran SpongeBob games for shits and giggles. He did a stream where he was, like, taste testing, like, 30 different Pop-Tart flavors. And I think it was, like,
tunnel
through the mountains. But I think he got to, like, what the fuck was, I think it was like mango or whatever, and it was like the most vile thing he ever ate in his whole life. It was like a mango Pop-Tart.
Now I'm paying for it. Oh, wish I had time to make amends. Take the lifeboat.
Hey
It's
there.
all yours.
Buddy,
Just
you
don't
mind
leave
helping
like
me in through
this.
this window?
It's like, it's Slacker, you gotta go prone. Oh god.
Finding is trying to throw himself through the window.
God, I think they were limited time, but I think it was a sugar cookie Pop-Tart I had one time. That was really good.
Okay, sugar cookie Pop-Tart makes a lot of sense. That sounds like that's something that definitely would have came out like around Christmas time or something.
Yeah, I think it was like a limited time Christmas thing, but it was really good. Like, oh my god,
it's like what?
It's like that. It's like
there with fucking. If there would be like a gingerbread Pop-Tart or a fucking like a pumpkin spice Pop-Tart.
a gingerbread Pop-Tart would be really dry. like what filling would that have?
No reason.
Yeah, it was a fucking mango Pop-Tart. Apparently, it was like the most vile thing in existence. Maple Pop-Tarts are pretty good. Maple does sound pretty good. I love how we've derailed the chat into talking about Pop-Tarts. Like,
I mean,
we are three
it's an
people.
interesting
We are more focused. We have.
to be fair, there's okay. So you heard of Rule 34? It's on the internet. There's porn of it. We need a rule that's akin to that, but it's with Pop-Tart flavors. If there's a flavor, there's a Pop-Tart of it.
actually, no. We need that. We need that with Oreos as well.
That can apply to Oreos as well. Let's just say any like snack food. There's a flavor of like anything for it.
Honestly, like, did I ever show you guys the skit of like the CEO of Oreo being read like this list of like all the bullshit flavors?
Oh dear God. I think you've shown us this video. I like vaguely remember this.
Free will, Delta.
Oh damn! I don't know what the code is for that.
To you.
I think the best kind of Pop-Tarts are the frosted wild berry Pop-Tarts. I haven't had wild berries, so I can't say. I remember the Fruit Loop
Wildberries
Pop-Tarts.
alright, but I think Wildberries alright, but it feels like one of those things that would have been. It feels like one of those things that kind of would have stayed in the 90s, and I'm not sure why it's still around.
Oh no.
Wait, hold the
fucking
phone. Apple. Wait, hold the phone. Apple's sending me down a rabbit hole. Was there?
Yeah, no, that was in the video I was talking about, funnily enough, and apparently it's pretty bad. Like, it's like the blandest Pop-Tart you'll ever have.
Pop-Tart. Shit.
Like I said, there's a Pop-Tart flavor for everything. It's like Doom. There's just a version of it on everything. Like,
yeah, in hindsight, I mean that makes sense.
A little birdie told me you found out the warden's code. Send a message to myself.
fuck, now this is making me hungry. When the hell is that pizza gonna show up?
Hold on, quiet. Wait, what was the code again?
Can you look at the log again, or?
I mean, tab's not doing anything.
Huh.
This is true. Chad is not paying attention. Hold on. I'm quickly looking this up now.
Yeah. Apparently Chalice says there's a pumpkin pie Pop-Tart. That sounds pretty okay.
Yeah, honestly, okay, you know what? Hot take. Most pumpkin flavored stuff is okay.
Yeah, I can agree with that. It's just funny that
it's just funny that it feels like there's a pumpkin spice flavored everything. It's like, it's a good taste, but why do I need pumpkin flavored potato chips for crying out loud?
And that young Eleanor
Which is not necessary. Try 2673.
I still think the dumbest joke I ever made was in regard to pumpkin spice. Was I called it white girl food once.
We need that
White girl food?
Because there's the stereotype that just like the stereotypical white Starbucks girls love pumpkin spice flavored shit. Like,
well, that's because they have no taste. They don't appreciate other flavors like mint.
Why did I not get this one before? Launcher damage immunity.
damn. Nah, I can get behind like mint appreciation. Mint's a good flavor.
Yeah, mint is, well, I mean, it depends. It really, sir?
Excuse me?
Sir?
You're good?
He's like, yo, you got mint! I heard you got mint. Give me the mint.
Okay, sir? Oh, Sinclair's in the suit!
What is this fight? POV Big Daddy infighting.
You know, it was like the moment where like we had manipulated at first, but now we get to live the moment.
We're living the dream. Oh, yes. Big Daddy infighting.
Yes.
Wait, is that Sinclair in the suit?
I mean, Sinclair's voice clip sounded like it was muffled by something. It sounds like he's in the suit.
Oh shit, that was.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Now, Father, I'm afraid that ending the lockdown means releasing all the prisoners. So please, be ready before you
Shell
use that
says I
key
like
on the
pumpkin
override
spice because
switch.
I like the taste of pumpkin. I don't like mint because it makes my mouth really weird when I eat it. Well, you just haven't acquired the taste buds for it yet.
Yeah,
For
skill
what?
issue. Mint.
Yeah, that really is just a skill issue.
Okay, truth be told, like, I feel like it's kind of easy to fuck up a mint flavor because
I do agree on that.
Yeah,
like
when it's done right, mint can be incredible, but when it's done wrong, it just tastes like toothpaste.
yeah, that's the thing, right?
Like, here's the thing,
a Shamrock Shake is like one of the worst things you'll ever taste.
That's exactly what I was thinking of!
A Shamrock Shake is one of the grossest things in the world.
Tastes terrible. And as someone who is a baker who has occasionally done something like during Christmas where I will make mint cookies, like mint chocolate chip cookies, like you have to be like very sparing with mint extract.
Yeah.
Like you really don't want to like make the mint taste overflowing for fucking comparison to chocolate.
My sister is more of a mint person than I am. Good for you, Chalice.
Yeah,
you
again, when it's done right, mint is incredible, but honestly, like, when it's done wrong, it tastes like toothpaste.
Yeah, actually, I could say that about a lot of like a lot of the big flavors, with maybe the exception of vanilla. I can't really think of like vanilla ever getting fucked up in my experience.
Well, that's because it's well, I mean, it's kind of hard to fuck up chocolate as well.
You can have bad chocolate though. Chocolate, it's like chocolate has like a polarity, but it's not nearly as extreme as mint.
Yeah. Weird as it sounds, I think the best type of chocolate is when it's not. Dark chocolate's good, but I don't know. Like I feel like milk chocolate's better.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Is that like you have different versions of chocolate. Mint is like probably the most polarizing flavor.
Mint chocolate?
Yeah, no, just mint rather. Just pure mint. Just going back to that whole thing. Mint is like the most polarized flavor because that's either you fucked it up and it's terrible, or it's like the best thing you'll ever grace your mouth with.
Yeah.
My favorite flavor is asphalt Pop-Tarts. Yum, hell yeah. Eating pavement, it's the skater's favorite.
You know what's bad? I almost thought that was a legitimate flavor.
Yeah, it's for skaters. They're so good when they eat the fucking pavement, they're used to it. A lot of Easter candy just so happens to have bad chocolate in there. That's what I mean. Like there is like bad chocolate out there. It's just
you cannot sit here and tell me that Cadbury chocolate is better than Hershey.
Was he a friend to you?
Fair.
Wasn't there a hypothetical argument of like if eggs can go bad, Cadbury cream eggs can go bad? They changed from like a nougat flavor to having a nice mint flavor.
People, and the duty
interesting.
Of your birth. So be it. You believe this.
I feel like at some point as a dumb video making like a Chad version flavor tier list. I don't even know.
We should
like,
do that actually. We should make like a flavor tier list.
Like a Chad version flavor tier list. Like I'm gonna say like for the most part vanilla.
No, what we should do is that we should do like God tier, like you can't possibly fuck it up. Like mid tier where it's good under certain circumstances but you can fuck it up, and like garbage tier which is never good.
Yeah,
because, like,
I'm just seeing if there is a flavors
like,
tier list to
really
fuck it. Oh my god, that's anemic.
Vanilla's like such a basic ass flavor.
No, that's the thing, is I think
very
vanilla's
much, like,
basic. That's the thing. Vanilla's basic, but I really like vanilla because I think it's also
vanilla
like,
is unironically
consistently good.
Yeah,
like,
that's why it's vanilla, because it's a good flavor. It's just boring.
It's a bit boring, but it's also you know what you're getting into when something's vanilla flavored.
Yeah,
I can say this right now. Like the one flavor that I know you can very easily fuck up with, like most of the time, coffee.
Oh
yeah, coffee's well, because it's all depending on how you ratio like
I'm gonna say this.
the flavoring.
You know, because honestly, I'm gonna say I don't know how hard I'm gonna get roasted for this, but I might as well say it. Arby's Jamocha Shakes. Fucking love those things.
Huh. I can't say I've had them, so I can't say.
I'll say this much. It's like it's a milkshake that tastes like coffee. But it's not an overwhelming coffee taste.
Yeah. I will derail this for a second, but because Ewil says, also Slacker, how many little sisters have you saved?
All of them.
Didn't you? Yeah, you got all of them, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Right.
I even got the achievement that said I got all of them.
Let's keep going with the nice flavor discourse.
God, hang on. Yeah, you said this thing was exclusive to Arby's, Slacker?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it's exclusive to Arby's, but
that's like the main place you get it. I'm guessing.
It's a Jamocha shake. It's basically like a coffee flavored milkshake.
Huh. It's kind of like Baja Blast, I see.
Wait, that's what Baja Blast tastes like?
No, I'm just saying it's kind of like the equivalent of Baja Blast, where that's mostly at like Taco Bell, like, but you can get it elsewhere, from what I understand. It's just
well, I mean,
you
could get like a cold drink at Starbucks and it would taste roughly the same, but basically what I'm saying is that you don't get a caffeine rush from a Jamocha shake, is what I'm saying.
I was gonna say also, fucking Starbucks puts enough caffeine in their drinks to like kill a lesser man, so
this is true.
That's where I like living where I am, because we get all the good shit. We don't have average Cadbury bars. We have all the fancy European candy. Well, good for fucking you.
Good for you, you fucking elitist.
Listen, this fucking bougie ass motherfucker.
Yeah, but the reason I
told European candies on us.
Oh my god, actually, I'm gonna kind of derail the flavors just a little bit, though, because you brought up Arby's, though, with that whole thing, though, Slacker, right? Are you two aware of the Meat Mountain? And this is for Chad as well. Is anyone here aware of the Meat Mountain?
Secret menu.
I think you brought it up once.
Yeah, it's a secret menu item, where they'll just take one of every meat they have, and they'll put it on a sandwich. It is the most vile thing you'll ever eat in your whole life.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, so it was kind of right. Baja Blast kind of does have like a tropical punch thing to it.
Alright, so apparently I got the wrong thing, because when I went and asked for it, I was told to meet them around the back, and then I got assaulted by like 5 guys, and they pulled my pants down. Sorry, I can't finish that.
Kind of figured you wouldn't.
Fear.
Oh no. Oh no.
Father, use the plasmid. I can help.
Okay, so we can easily argue, like, in a flavor tier list, like, mint is easily, like, mid, because you can there's very easily, like, situation if you don't ratio it properly, you can fuck up mint flavor for something.
Yeah, mint is like a B tier flavor for that reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vanilla and chocolate are S tier,
Where do
because
we rank
they're
s'mores?
both consistent. S'mores.
Ooh.
Is that good?
Well, I mean, like, we already have chocolate, so, like, you would have to, like, complete the whole s'mores thing, you would have to, like, consider, like, how would you tier marshmallow flavoring?
Yeah, that's the thing, is it depends where you're putting marshmallow in that tier list as well, if you want to have a marshmallow tier list. And then it just kind of... It would just probably be around those two if they're in, like, the same tier.
Yeah, if it's like, if they're in the same tier, then it's like s'mores easily would be like somewhere around that. But if like one is like a higher tier than the other, then it would be like s'more would be somewhere in between. One that I know you really can't fuck up sometimes, peanut butter.
Oh, peanut butter is also pretty consistent.
You really,
it's pretty consistent, but
it
there's
all
some
depends.
You really can't mess up peanut butter as a
but there's
flavor.
some things you just don't want to have peanut butter flavored, you know, because peanut butter
I don't
cookies.
like the idea.
Peanut butter cookies.
Peanut butter
good.
milkshake sounds pretty bad.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know if you guys have Steak and Shake up in Massachusetts.
No,
Okay,
we don't.
because
I don't think there's one where I live either.
All right, so Steak and Shake, it's basically a restaurant, sort of restaurant diner chain. Basically, they have like a crackhead list of milkshakes that go from, okay, that actually sounds kind of good, to why the fuck would humans create a monstrosity like this? And I shit you not, one of their options at one point was a Lucky Charms milkshake.
Oh,
Ew. Ew. Oh god, so apparently.
But here's the thing though. Remember when I said how... Remember how I said how, like, there were some flavors that they have that were surprisingly good?
Yeah.
What if I told you that they actually had a Kit Kat milkshake? I've had it. It's actually pretty decent.
I could see that working, though.
Yeah, that makes sense. The Lucky Charms one is like... The Lucky Charms one is
I think there was also a Cinnamon Toast Crunch one, but I might be wrong on that.
Is it weird that the Cinnamon Toast Crunch also makes sense, but like the Lucky Charms one is the one where I'm thinking like, ugh, you're taking like the worst part of Kellogg's slop for that?
Alright, actually do me a favor, look up Steak and Shake, like, shake flavors, cause they have like normal shakes, like your vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, they even got like cookies and cream, but then they have like crackhead ones. Do me a favor and list me off the menu for like the shakes.
Yeah. So Chalice said a little bit ago, my favorite milkshakes are still come from Shake Shack. They have this really good tiramisu flavor. What is tiramisu? I've been reading that for a bit. I'm confused.
Tiramisu is a type of dessert.
Yeah, it's, I think, an Italian dessert. I might be wrong on that.
Like, what is it? It's like a really fluffy layered cake. It's like but it's also like has a coffee flavor, but it's kind of, it's made with like ladyfingers, which is a type of soft cookie.
Now, Cinnamon Toast Crunch with vanilla ice cream is pretty great. Thank you, someone agrees with me.
Well, I mean, it's cinnamon, so...
No, well, because here's the thing, right? This is the thing I learned at college, right? The best topping to put, this is why I love vanilla ice cream so much, you put cereal on it, and it's the greatest thing in the world. Like, it's so good.
Well, I mean, it's got everything you could possibly want. It's got sugar, it's got cream.
No, literally, it's just a dessert cereal at that point. It's great. Golden Graham's also pretty good, but that's the equivalent of just shaving a fucking graham cracker and putting it on it. Like,
I won't let her take you from me again, Father. Hold on.
Okay, so I'm looking at the Steak and Shake menu site right now. First thing they have on here is pumpkin spice Oreo.
Specifically Oreo?
Pumpkin spice Oreo.
You mean like Oreo and pumpkin spice together, not like two separate shakes?
Yeah. That's basically like cookies and cream, but you replace like the vanilla of the cookies and cream with fucking...
Sound too terrible, actually. It's kind of random, but that doesn't sound terrible.
They have super basic vanilla and chocolate. We've already established those are flavors you really can't fuck up. Strawberry, I don't think we've actually addressed yet. But
okay, strawberry. I have no idea why I have no idea why strawberry is as popular as it is. It's like, it's not the worst flavor in the world, but it definitely does feel disappointing.
I feel like this goes for any of the fruits. Well, I think this is my take with any of the fruits, right? When it comes to flavoring anything, it works on some things. Who threw that ball? Is that fruit flavors work on some things? They do not work on other things.
It's true. Like it's very hard to make stuff like, okay, in hindsight, like, but we can So like fruits are like really hard to like sometimes set up on the flavor chart. Like I could maybe argue that like lemon is mid.
Nah, banana's the funny one because that's actually most banana flavored things you'll see.
It
Fun
sucks
fact,
because it's not actually banana flavored.
No, they're
It's
based
true,
on
they
an
really
extinct breed of banana.
Yeah. Okay, so funny you say that because the banana shake is also on here. Fucking, they have Oreo cookies and cream. They have Oreo mint cookie. They have chocolate chip cookie dough, which is also like a common staple for ice cream flavors.
Chocolate chip cookie dough is a god tier flavor.
It's a god tier flavor. I don't know how to feel about that in a shake. But
yeah,
like,
it's like
as an ice cream,
as
hell yes.
Yeah,
I
it
feel
is.
like it may be like a consistency thing, like the consistency thing of like.
Oh my god, that was like one of the
expecting it
things
to be
from the Oreo sketches. Like we have strawberry milkshake Oreo, strawberry Oreo. That's different from like strawberry milkshake. How are they different? It's a different consistency. So it has the consistency of a milkshake. This Oreo, no, it has the consistency of an Oreo. Ah!
Oh no.
Again, like my argument for like chocolate chip cookie dough as in a shake would be weird because of like a consistency thing. If you're going in expecting it to be really smooth and then getting like cookie particles when you're in your thing and you kind of choke slightly, it'd be like.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is I feel like chocolate chip cookie dough or whatever works better as ice cream because it's just inherently like a chunkier flavor usually. Like, not to say there aren't like smoother versions of it, but like when I think of that flavor specifically, I think
it's
like
hard to get cookie dough through a straw.
No, exactly. I don't think of I'm going to slurp up this like
I'm
fucking
just gonna take
little
that
pebble basically.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that cookie dough and go.
Okay, so here's one that's really out of fucking left field. Birthday cake.
What is this, Chalice? I need you to go into the recording lobby
what
and
did
look
you
at the
just
crackhead
say?
milkshakes. What is this?
On the Steak and Shack menu, there's a specialty milkshake that is basically just birthday cake.
Oh, birthday cake. I thought you said Earth Day, and I'm like, what the fuck is in that?
Chalice, I think this thing you just sent, these are some of the bougiest milkshakes I've ever seen in my whole life. What the hell are these?
She's just bougie. She's just
You know, I have a Steak Shack near me, and it is the most overpriced place in the world. It's like, you have steaks, and you got shakes, and...
Is that candies in an ice cream creamery? That's expected, given that you have all this shit poking out on the top, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, do you want me to drink this or take a fucking spoon to it?
Well, that's what I'm looking at these things, right? Is like, how the fuck do you drink that? Like...
This looks like shit that you'd see in Las Vegas.
Push the call button on
This
the
does not look
window
like shit
there,
you'd see
and
in
then
Massachusetts.
Don't get me wrong. I think they look delicious, but also, like...
I mean, I look at
that's
it and
a shake?
I mean, I look at it and think, oh god, that's going to kill me.
No, exactly. I think Cool says best. I'm getting the beatus just looking at this.
Okay, going back to the Steak and Shake menu. Another weird one here that I think is weird to, like, argue for, like, how well you can do as a flavor. Cotton candy.
Oh, cotton candy is one I'm not huge on. How can I
know,
put it?
like that
it tastes artificial.
Well, I mean, no shit. Like, cotton candy itself is artificial.
No,
Okay,
I get that, but
here's
like,
my
it
thing,
is
though.
like the most artificial of artificial flavors.
Like, here's my thing, though. Like, fucking cotton candy and birthday cake are, like, really weird, like, flavor-wise, because, like, they're just too fucking sweet. Like, they're just way too fucking sweet. And I can never really get past that.
Also, welcome to Chat Oni. Just saw that for my eye.
Hello, sir. Welcome.
We're discussing flavors. We've been doing this for so fucking long.
I don't want to stop talking about it.
Should have, but it's just very engaging.
It's a good conversation. Like,
okay. Other basic ones: M&M's, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Those are pretty basic stuff to set up.
I was gonna say those are like good ice cream flavors. I don't know how you make that a milkshake.
They're like good ice cream toppings. It's hard to like really gauge them.
Yeah,
like
it's
a shake unless they're grounded up really well.
Yeah,
I feel like an M&M milkshake would just be like just a
Honestly, it's
milkshake,
not-
but
I
it has
wouldn't-
like little chocolate shavings in it. Like
Honestly, I don't even... Honestly, M&M's not that crazy. I mean, McDonald's has M&M McFlurries.
oh,
Yeah,
true.
it's true. I mean, to be fair, like, M&M's are basically just chocolate and candy coating. I can't really gauge those on a flavor tier list thing. Like, I'm looking at this from more like a baker's perspective. Okay, so like that. And then like another weird one they have here is Nutella.
Interesting.
A Nutella shake.
That doesn't sound like it'd be too bad.
Okay, here's the weird thing, and this is just me. Like, I'm aware, like, we probably wouldn't argue this, but, like, I don't think we can really argue Nutella is, like, chocolate because it's more of a hazelnut thing.
Yeah, it's hazelnut.
Yeah, it's hazelnut with, like, a vaguely chocolatey, like, taste.
Because, like, I don't know if that's, like, the thing from, like, they do with the hazelnuts themselves to give it, like, that weird sort of chocolatey flavor, but it's just weird.
So Chalice's take on the whole thing is the best ice cream flavor is Cookie Monster.
That's probably some from Ben and Jerry's or something, isn't it?
It pretty much, it's basically just, from what I understand, it's just cookie dough, but just blue. Like...
It's just cookie dough.
Just eat cookie dough.
Yeah, why not just eat cookie dough?
I think there's a slight difference, but from what I understand, that's like the
I'll
general
wake the children
thing
up.
of it.
They're stronger than they know. With their help, I should be able to boil off the water.
And then on here they have the other, like, basic stuff. Butterfinger, Kit Kat, Snickers. These are not really, like, things you... These are just, like, topping stuff, in my opinion. So it's like,
Alright,
I'm
go...
just sitting here and I'm like...
Keep going down the list. Like, Lucky Charms is on there.
I'm looking down the list, my dude. I don't fucking see it. Like, it may just be a seasonal thing. Alright, hold on. I'm looking at holiday flavors right now. Let me see if I can find these. Let me see if I can find this fucking...
Sorry, I just got pinged in another server because our Minecraft server, I went around and I weezered everyone's house.
Chalice clarifies that Cookie Monster is not cookie dough, but blue. It's blue vanilla ice cream with Chips Ahoy pieces inside it. So you basically like cookie dough.
Blue vanilla ice cream, okay.
So what you're saying is that it's even more underwhelming than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it just sounds like, just cookie ice cream. That's just all it is. That doesn't sound bad. It sounds pretty good, in fact, but it's just like...
Okay,
I don't know, my idea of like chocolate chip cookie dough, but blue was better.
Nah,
okay.
I was thinking,
so fucking looking at it now, like... I see like a handful of like seasonal stuff now. I see seasonal thing. I see eggnog.
Ooh,
like an eggnog shake.
That sounds like it would just destroy your inside. I mean, that sounds good, but like you gotta be careful, like walking around after that.
Yeah, it's like it sounds that way. The next one after that they have is white chocolate.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Wait, no, chocolate's already on the tier list. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure people would make the argument that white chocolate is okay.
It different? I mean, white chocolate is technically different from chocolate.
Well, because it's basically just the chocolate fat. Like...
We're all dead.
The next thing on here is cookie butter.
Cookie butter? Huh.
Yeah, cookie butter. I know that it's something that does exist. It's like, what, it's kind of like peanut butter, but instead of peanut butter, it's made with cookies or something.
Interesting.
I've never tried it. I've never bothered to try it. I was more like someone that stuck around with like peanut butter, occasionally almond butter, and sunflower butter.
Huh. Okay.
They're okay. Fucking the next thing they have on here is peppermint. Peppermint is like something we've
that
established
is the Shamrock Shake, is what that is.
Yeah, well,
okay, again,
well, it's peppermint, but it's mint, but it's red.
Yeah, peppermint is pretty much just red peppermint. But here's the thing. Yeah. I've seen
peppermint is red peppermint.
For some weird reason, they get peppermint right more often than like regular mint.
Well, because I think the reason why is because peppermint's a stronger mint. Like,
yeah, most likely. Yeah. It's like,
honestly, if we're going by like
really as strong as spearmint.
There's literally an ice cream flavor called the Void. What the fuck, chat? What?
It's a Stranger Things tie-in.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
okay,
it's
that
something
makes
Ben and-
sense.
I think it's something Ben and Jerry's did, because Ben and Jerry's does a bunch of really fucking weird flavors.
They also have an ice cream lock,
No,
which
it's
is pretty
not Ben and
funny.
Jerry's. It's something called Chip.
And Lockpicking
Scoops
Lawyer
Ahoy.
got through that super easily.
Yeah, well, because it's just a shitty lock, like that you put on your Ben and Jerry's.
It is among the grandest of human ironies that our
Don't
very
touch my
place
ice cream.
called
Go
Utopia
up.
has kept us from abiding there.
Poor Donald, don't touch my ice cream.
You touch my ice cream, I'm gonna yuck you up. Okay, what's another weird one I'm seeing on here? I'm seeing for fall flavors I see like Oreo cookie double stuff, so that's the thicker cookies. Pumpkin spice, that's obvious. Fucking
It's pitch black ice cream. I had it and it destroyed my body.
how the fuck did it?
It's called
destroy
Void
you?
ice cream. What'd you expect?
Is it like too sweet, or does it just have a weird like? Is it black licorice or some shit?
I was gonna say, is it black licorice? That's what I think.
I mean, I know licorice flavoring. Like, I know licorice extract is something you can't find in stores.
I'm gonna be honest, because you fumbled on extract. I thought you were gonna say licorice estrogen for a second. I'm like, what the fuck is liquid E? Or licorice E, excuse me?
Yeah, licorice extract. I'm a baker. I know my way around spice cabinets and shit, so...
No, that makes sense. I just... It was just how you fumbled it and how my brain just drew two things. I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna be honest. I think licorice may be garbage. I think licorice may be garbage tier flavor. I've yet to see it like actually be used in something that would be relatively good aside from licorice itself.
Honestly, yeah, licorice is like a garbage flavor. I don't know anyone who unironically likes licorice.
Even red licorice.
That's
Honestly,
the thing, is that
Twizzlers are actually pretty good though.
No, because that's the thing, right? Is that they just
what
don't.
The fuck?
Is that licorice just doesn't have a lot of flavor, and the flavor does have is just really bitter. So
yeah, it's just What the fuck?
it made
Chalice?
my bowels green for What the fuck was in that?
Why would you tell us this?
Yeah, why'd you tell us that? And secondly, are you sure it was the ice cream?
Do you think
Alright,
it might have
that's it.
something to
I'm
do with the
convinced that
dark-
Chalice is just the female equivalent of Wario.
I mean, for all we know, it might very well just be like...
There's literally an ice cream flavor called the Void. It's pitch black ice cream, and I had it and it destroyed my body. It made my bowels green for days.
I shit my own ass off!
Oh god.
That's why my ass was nerfed in Mario Kart 8 Mario.
They took my ass! I can't shit!
Okay, like, I feel like my argument for why Void probably made them green is probably because there's something in the dye.
Honestly,
Like,
yeah,
it's
that's what
like
happens.
Like it's a food coloring
Can
thing
we
that,
stop
like,
talking
messes
about
with-
this?
Green shit, chat. Green shit.
It exists.
Can we stop talking about it now?
The only other fall flavor I see here for Steak and Shake is caramel apple. Now, caramel, I can argue, is definitely something that is like a good flavor, but I'd probably argue
Caramel
it's-
apple shake?
Yeah.
Honestly, that one doesn't sound too bad. And as I say that, I have a conniption in-game.
No, your character just now really did just hit him with the...
Like, I can make an argument for, like, the flavor tier list. I can make an argument for fucking caramel being at least god tier, considering, like, how good you can make stuff with caramel.
I agree.
Like, what the fuck is it? Like, millionaire shortbread is something that exists?
Millionaire shortbread, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shortbread cookie that has, like, a layer of caramel and a layer of chocolate on top of it.
Huh.
It's a bit of an acquired taste. You have to, like, do a few tries to get it right.
Yeah, interesting.
My man literally just gave up and slumped out of his chair.
God, that's
like
me when I'm depressed.
Just sitting there being like, I'm giving up. I don't have time for this.
Sick 'em, girl!
Gorge. Hold on, I'm actually gonna look this up now. I'm looking up weird shit.
They unblurred the photo! Rattle 'em, boys!
Can we just get like a skeleton army whose entire personality is just like bone puns? It was them.
As well.
Yes, the skelly man has graced us with his presence.
Yeah, you know what they say, Bugsy Jackson. Every bad guy's got a few skeletons in their closet. You've seen that meme.
Yeah. Honestly,
Thank you.
I just want an entire army of skeletons that just talk like Skeletor and just make bone puns all the time.
Yeah, and then they got a theme song, and he's played by it's played by Mr. Bones from the hit Sega Saturn game Mr. Bones.
And it's all piano. It's a ragtime piano theme.
He raised me, not
Ew, macaroni and cheese ice cream? Okay, no.
No, I am pausing the game because of that.
Where's the wrong buzzer? Where's my wrong buzzer? You get this from the fucking chat, and then you get a louder wrong buzzer. And if you say that shit again, you get an even louder one.
What's the even louder one? That's just a washing machine.
Yeah, basically.
When the washing machine breaks down.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of mac and cheese, I recently
made mac and cheese and nobody will stop me.
Each life or death.
Mac and cheese is actually a pretty underrated side for like most things.
Yeah, too bad I don't like mac and cheese. I don't know what it is. It just churns my stomach.
I don't know, like, maybe it's the type of cheese, or maybe it's the pasta?
I mean, it could easily
I
just
think
be
it's the fact that
thing.
it's just carbs and then, like, cheese. That's two thick things just being, like, welded together.
Yeah, it's true.
Where are you going?
What the fuck? Mustard ice cream exists too.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Ooh.
Please tell me there's a ketchup ice cream and a hamburger ice cream to go with this. Mix them all together and you actually get something even worse, but...
Oh, God. Well, at least I'm glad that the chat is finding our discussion entertaining.
Oh, jeez. At this point, the Chalice just owns this chat. If my screen's anything to go by, at least, but...
I see
welcome to Freezervision. I almost said break room.
Yeah, whoops.
Well...
Freudian slip.
Welcome to Freezervision. The most entertaining conversation we ever had was about how you can make your own hamburger ice cream at home.
Yeah, and you just need to mix 3 god-awful ice cream flavors that may or may not exist.
It's moments like these where I think back to the fucking Jurassic Park quote. You got caught up so much on thinking that you can, instead of thinking that you should. Asking yourself if you should.
Oh, jeez.
Thank you, Capitalist Clown. We appreciate your patronage.
We appreciate your services. French made both of them, which is the biggest insult. Okay, but like...
Wait, French made both of them what?
Apparently they made mustard ice cream and mustard beer. Mustard beer sounds like the most vile thing, by the way. Like, you're taking the worst condiments, in my opinion, and taking one of the worst drinks, in my opinion, and mixing them together.
And this is like coming from a guy that's okay with like drinking a Bloody Mary. Mustard beer sounds fucking terrible.
When you've cleared them out, I'll need a signal like before. Push the call button.
No, that's just my hot take, by the way. I think beer's kind of gross.
Yeah.
And mustard is kind of disgusting.
I mean, if I was more inclined and I found a version that like was slightly less amount of alcohol, I'd probably be fine with vodka.
Makes sense.
And that may just be because like the times that I have had it, they're like very light. They were in very light Bloody Marys that I've had with my dad during Thanksgiving.
Oh shit, we did get confirmation. There is a ketchup ice cream.
Holy shit!
We just need the ground beef ice cream and we can make a hamburger.
Wait,
you know what? Maybe we should do more streams like this where it's just like a handful of people in a call.
I mean,
just have a conversation while the asshole playing the game plays the game.
Hell, why do we even need the game sometimes? Why am I not allowed through here? Let me in! Let me in!
There is a sweet chili and soy sauce ice cream though.
Oh
no. Okay, well that's not quite what I need. It would just be I just need chili ice cream.
We must return to the
But also,
now.
Oh no, you could make the hamburger ice cream.
Oh no.
1,000 subscriber special, everybody goes there.
Oh,
1,000 subscribers. And we'll make the hamburger ice cream and eat it.
There and say that you did.
She spreads it to those innocents.
Okay, but Lamb, you say this like it's a bad thing.
Curse, Delta. You are damning them.
Well, she's a socialist. Of course, she's gonna think free will is a thing that damns you. Because if you have free will, then you have free will to choose against working for the people.
Oh, jeez.
No, you have the choice to choose against socialism.
Yeah. And that's the thing that they don't want. That's when you get sent to the gulag.
Oh boy. Let's all go to the gulag. Let's all go to the gulag. Let's all go to the gulag.
And get ourselves a treat. Except instead of candy,
I was gonna say and
them.
suck some dick tonight, but
let's get some pussy tonight.
Let's get some pussy tonight.
Just sitting there, going there, and getting yourself
and feed her to a world without
soaked.
Though Utopia may die.
Like that wasn't a good one. Let me try that again.
Suck. Suck.
Goodbye, Eleanor.
Suck.
Mother will
Suck.
be waiting for you.
Suck.
Here they come, Father. Hold them off until I can bring it to a boil.
Are you literally just gonna cook yourself alive in there?
Oh.
Is this
do I
the end
know
of the
this?
game?
Eleanor, I was the father. This is not what I wanted.
God, I kind of wish I had the microwave sound because that's just what this would be. But
Oh,
also
shit,
the microwave's
I
really
can't be
loud.
carried by
so-
Eleanor anymore. Fuck.
Oh no.
Well, you gotta play the video game.
God damn it.
Oh
no. Nearly boiling.
Nearly boiling.
Aw, damn it. So we were close.
Me when I'm a lobster, nearly boiling.
Oh
no. Me when I'm molding.
The fact that you took him down, and you also went down. Damn, that's a mood. Hey man, what's up?
Me when I'm molding so much you can fry an egg on me.
Me when you're dad.
Okay,
Wait,
now
what?
you can use her. Now you can use the plasma.
Oh, okay.
Eleanor, Daddy needs help.
Enemy triggered. Oh no.
Oh no.
Jeez.
Okay, so would we argue that pumpkin spice is god tier or mid tier?
I would say it's mid tier because I think it's I would say it's a good flavor that's woefully hopelessly overused.
I can't say it's at all god tier. I would give it a hearty good.
Yeah, I would say it's a solid.
Hard mid.
It's a solid B tier.
I would say B plus personally. Like
yeah, it's like somewhere between B and A. Because it is unironically a good flavor. It's just why do we have this everywhere?
No, seriously. Like why it's
on
white
the
girl
season?
food. I've been saying this. Let's not forget about pickle, green pea, ranch, Rice Krispie cereal, lemon curd, salted peanuts, salt digestives, and rice pudding flavored ice cream. What is digestives flavored ice cream, do tell?
That's what I want to know.
Is it just Pepto-Bismol?
Is it just ice cream that has a lot of probiotics?
Release the docking mechanism.
Releasing docking mechanism.
The elevator to the lifeboat is flooded, Father. We have to equalize the pressure.
What did you do? What did you do?
Destroy those glass tubes to
Oh
flood
yeah,
the room.
immediately assume it's the woman's fault and not yours. Oh wait, no. What's another flavor that would probably be like maybe mid, not really god, because there's a way that you can fuck this up. Coconut.
I hate coconut.
Was that like a bad sound coconut, or was that?
Yeah, that was a bad sound coconut. Like, honestly, I hate coconut flavored things. Period.
Okay. Fair. I mean,
Coconut's-
that stands. I'm not opposed to coconut. It's more just like I don't eat it as much to really like get a good gauge on it.
Honestly, like regular coconut, anything. Every time I try anything coconut flavored, I just end up gagging.
I'm sorry, the fuck did you say?
I said whenever I eat anything coconut flavored,
No,
I
it
end up
wasn't
gagging.
you. I thought for a minute one of the fucking big daddies was speaking gibberish. All right, banana as a flavor? I mean, banana's okay. I mean, I wouldn't particularly say it's mid. Well, I wouldn't say it's god tier. I wouldn't say it's garbage either. Huh. It's actually a good question. Opinions, I guess?
Oh, sorry.
The only place I've had good coconut flavored things was in Hawaii, and that's because they get it right. Yeah, that sounds about right. Hawaii would probably be really good at doing that. Like, there's a bunch of weird facts about coconuts, like coconut milk is actually not from the coconut itself, that is just coconut water. And coconut milk is just coconut water mixed with the flesh of the coconut inside the shell. Man, woof.
Yeah, welcome back to the part of the game where I just throw my corpse against the wall for like 10 minutes.
Throwing it against the wall and seeing what sticks. Got a lot of bashers.
This isn't gonna change when we do Bioshock Infinite, by the way.
Yeah, I'm under the impression it wasn't gonna change. Let's hope there's a lot of good Vita Shavers there.
Back to fairyland.
I'm in my hidey hole. No one come hit me when I'm in my hidey hole.
He hit me when I was in my hidey hole.
You bastard, you must die.
Ow.
Ew. Ew. I didn't need to know that, Chalice. Ew. Okay, so we're certain that this is endgame, yes?
Well, I mean, this whole stream is endgame.
Jesus Christ, they are relentless. I'm not even gonna lie, the big bruiser guys sound like heavy.
Never gets old.
Little Iron Man is so small, he's funny to me.
Eleanor! All this extra gymnastics just to get away to heal. Yay, money! Yay, ammo! Yay, ammo! Yay, it's... So... hello, Kichu. So, is this endgame, then what is Phase 4 of the Freezer Cinematic Universe? Joke's on you, we don't have a Phase 4.
I mean, let's see, Neon, War Room, Break Room. Actually, technically, this is Phase 4.
Technically speaking, yes. So we are in Phase 4 currently. If you want to be technical about it. He's just throwing himself at you like a fucking monkey. Wait, did who just call what a sissy? It might just be
I mean, that might be just a skill issue, dude.
Most likely. Hey, log off the elevator. Oh, they're just throwing a bunch of shit at you. Jesus Christ, they're just everywhere. Taking pictures, taking pictures, taking pictures. Cool, do you have armor-piercing rounds?
I did.
But I don't.
Thanks, Eleanor.
Thanks for the support.
Thank you for your patronage. Honestly, one of the best parts of this game is that I can now have more than $500.
Yay! More money.
Which is great because now I can pay my taxes.
Woo! Hey, yeah. Pay for taxes is important. Now I'm just curious about when this fucking thing ends, where you have to just go for the pressure valve and see if you can. If that's something you have to do instead. No, I was wounded in my hidey hole. I'm not even keeping count of how many times you had to throw yourself and throw your body into this. Where did you come from? Jesus Christ.
Last one of my things.
Were you playing on hard mode this whole time and we're just finding out now?
I think this is normal.
Okay.
This is the very end of the... Honestly, I have a feeling this is the very end of the game.
It's very relentless in how it's handling itself.
Wait a minute, I'm an idiot. Hold on.
Well. Oh, are you just gonna electrocute the water?
Well, that was the plan, but I fucking died.
Well. Oh, and you don't have an Eve hypo with you anymore, so you're not gonna be able to recharge on that stuff. Ooh. That hurts in the Kokoro. God, hey, you good?
That guy did a fucking flip.
Yeah. We're gonna invest in everything. Yay! Investing in grabbing all of this money. You have a fucking deep ass voice for sounding like a fucking brute. Yay, more money!
Just meet now.
I'm sorry, did you say just meat now? Excuse me, I think you're forgetting that I am a man inside a fucking scuba suit.
I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something. What?
Oh, it's that shit!
Oh my god, how did I not realize that before?
Because you weren't looking up, I guess?
I'm so busy trying to survive, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, makes it easy, I guess.
We've done it, Father. We're launching. Get to the elevator.
Okay. It's a good thing my suit's weighted. Ooh. I was under the impression you needed to do something else in order to actually progress.
I was like, wait, what am I feel like... Yeah, I had that feeling, like, I have a feeling like I'm supposed to be doing something, and then I checked the map, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm supposed to...
there's fucking... Eleanor?
Father, we're falling. Run!
I don't like the slowdown. Oh, it's convenient you're the one that gets to fucking vanish. Here I am, I'm the one to fucking get water. And now we leave it. Fucking city underwater. You're surprised that it doesn't rust.
And then, Father, the rapture dream was over. You taught me that evil is just a word. Under the skin, it's simple pain. For you, mercy was victory. You sacrificed. You endured. And when given the chance,
Oh, hey, what's up, bitch?
you forgave. Always. Mother believed this world was irredeemable. But she was wrong, Father. We are Utopia, you and I. And in forgiving, we left the door open for her.
And now she becomes a libertarian.
The rapture dream is over, but in waking, I am reborn.
Did you see the Titan
This world
submarine
is not
wreckage
ready
on
for
the way
me,
here?
yet here I
I
am.
mean, I don't think it was here.
It would be so easy to misjudge them. You are my conscience, Father, and I need you to guide me.
Ah, mercy killing. Perfect. And now he lives on in his daughter. Oh, so wait, there's
You
like a
will
little whole
always
thing in the
be
Mass
with me
Effect
now,
thing.
Father. Your memories,
Okay, so that's how it would've
your
been done.
drives. And when I need you, you'll be there on my shoulder, whispering.
Yeah, it's happy ending. At least she was saved. She was saved and the others. That's good.
If Utopia is not a place, but a people, then we must choose carefully, for the world is about to change. And in our story, Rapture was just the beginning.
I really hope there's no story that involves parallel universes and shit that makes this super muddy. So yeah, that's Bioshock 2.
Yeah, it would be great if... Sorry to skip the thing, but holy shit, that
Fine.
music was loud.
It's very loud.
So yeah, that is... And with that, I finally finished, like, the entire Bioshock... I can finally say that I have beaten the entire Bioshock trilogy.
It took so long, but it was worth it.
Honestly, we still got a whole bunch of time, so I think we'll just chill out for the rest.
I mean, yeah, it would make
Let's
sense.
continue that conversation about, like, different flavors.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Well, actually, let's go through the chat. I'm actually looking through the chat first.
Yeah, let's just...
Fucking Kitchu's like, wait, so she inherit your memories? Does that mean she know about the big
Surprise!
daddy fight?
Bioshock 2 is a Kingdom Hearts game.
Yes. That's very peculiar plasmid to transfer memories over, I guess, is something that happens, I guess, so that Eleanor can live on, like, Alpha can live on through Eleanor. I don't know, I think that was, like, the major, like, sticking point for this game. It was largely just the whole thing about, like, how your actions can affect and influence people younger than you who see you as role models and idols. It's something along those lines. It's at least a conversation that warrants it.
Yeah.
So weird. So flavor tiers.
I think we should like do a whole like stream discussing it, but I think we can continue it tonight as well.
Just a whole stream setting up a tier list just for it. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, here's one that I see here that's kind of interesting. Green tea. green tea as a flavor. I mean, for the most part, it could work. Like, I don't see anything wrong with green tea per se. I mean, it's probably up there because it's like a tea-based flavor. You probably, like, if you're not careful with portioning it, you're probably going to make it too strong. But it is also used a lot for like iced teas, which I know is something that happens.
Personally, I'm just glad that we're finally fucking done with Bioshock 2. It only took 3 years.
It took us so long. Yeah, I'm not entirely surprised that fucking. I'm not surprised that England's the one that has all these weird ass fucking flavors. Anyways, so yeah, so
Spotted dick.
Would we argue that green tea is mid?
I guess. I'm actually not too familiar with green tea.
I have had it once before. It's okay. Like, it has like by itself, it has like a bit of an earthy flavor. But I've sometimes had it like as like an iced tea form, so it's been watered down significantly. So that's probably something that would lead to, oh, this probably doesn't taste as good as everyone says it is. Well, it's because it's watered down, dipshit. Of course it's gonna be that way. What's another one that's on here? It's a weird flavor. Fucking. I do see malt.
But yeah, when Wraith gets back, I'll give like my final thoughts on Bioshock 2, like overall, and then
would make sense.
Yeah.
Hold on, England, have you checked Japan's flavors? Well, I mean, I'm aware Japan has more access to weirder flavors than England does, but like I'm looking at this from largely like a baker's perspective for like flavors for baking. So like easy arguments again is like stuff like vanilla is like you can't fuck up vanilla because it's basic. I mean, like in arguments you can make an argument that stuff like different types of vanilla, like maybe like French vanilla or something like that.
There's I don't know if it's like anywhere else, but near me there is an ice cream chain called Brewster's, and they have a graham cracker flavored ice cream that is actually really good.
I mean, I do know there was a Carvel around me at some point when I was growing up. There was a Rita's, and then there's also this smaller place called Ralph's, but I don't actually eat there that much anymore. So that's more just me in situations.
But yeah, until Wraith gets back, I have decided, like, what... I have a good idea of what I want to do for the next bingo night, which is not going to be next Wednesday because it's the day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
but,
that makes sense.
But we're making up for that by the week after, starting off with something big. I'm not going to say what it is, but I'm still working on getting all that to work. In fact... It's because it's another widescreen game. I kind of have to fiddle around with how some of this stuff looks, because the winners list blocks part of the game. So I kind of had to move that to the bottom because it's like 16:9 as opposed to the other games we did on Bingo, which is actually no, like Pikmin was 16:9.
It's a learning process.
Yeah, but basically I have a new setup for like 16:9 games, which hopefully won't be as intrusive because the winners list will be at the bottom of the screen for those games. But it's actually kind of funny because the game... If I can't get, like, this one game working, I do have a backup, which isn't as popular, But it is still near and dear to my heart, and that list is, like, massive. Well, not massive, but it's a big list.
Sounds about right.
What about butterscotch?
Butterscotch. Have I ever worked with butterscotch before? I don't think I actually have.
A butterscotch, like those little hard butterscotch candies, the ones you get from Grandma?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are alright.
Like I don't know. Again, I'm gonna have to check this just to make sure. I don't know if there's a butterscotch extract, but like I would probably argue butterscotch is okay. It's like a very rich flavor, is what I'm trying to get at, I guess. Oh shit, this is actually one that I actually forgot. Rum. Rum is rum is interesting as like a baking thing. Like I know it can be used for like a handful of different things, like different like rum pastries and stuff like that. Actually, hold on, you're gonna have to give me uno momento. See if you can entertain the chat.
Yeah, I'm looking at all the pics that Chalice put in, like, the recording lobby. But yeah, Chalice found all the cursed ice cream flavors. Mustard ice cream, ketchup ice cream. And both of them are on mute. Great! Rum cake is S tier. Guys, help, I'm alone. What am I gonna do? Time to get awkward. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, as I was saying, the next game I've picked for bingo is kind of a big one. It's not even a retro game. It's something that's semi-recent, and by that I mean within the last 10 years. Tell us about your feelings? No thanks. I don't want to talk about my feelings. I prefer to drink my feelings away. Chat, what do you do when you're in a DM group with 3 people and they're all on mute? I'm gonna be honest, this is like one of the few times I've actually been on stream by myself, and I have no idea what to do. Because the thing is, the reason why I like having other people on is so I can actually bounce off of someone. You just draw Kitchu? Okay, that makes sense. Spam beg? Start an OnlyFans. You know, I should start an OnlyFans, but all the pictures I post are like internals of game systems.
Apologize, didn't mean to be away for that long. Did I miss anything?
You missed what happens when I'm the only person here.
Ah, well, that's a shame. Okay, so what's another baking flavor on here that would be...
Yeah, I asked the chat, like, what do you do when there's 3 people in your call and 2 of them are on mute? And they're like... And Chalice is like, spam beg. Kitchu's like, I draw. And then Kitchu said, start an OnlyFans. And I'm like, hey, you know what I should do? I should do a thing where I should do an OnlyFans, but every single picture, instead of nudes, it's just like internals of game systems.
Suddenly the naked N64 pic comment makes sense. That is very peculiar.
Yeah, out of context, that's a really weird thing to say.
I mean, in context, it's probably funny.
Oh my god, I'm gonna leak the news of the Sega Saturn.
Because the only thing that I think of is be like, oh, I hope it plays Rez with that fancy vibrator controller.
That's Dream... Actually, is that the Dreamcast or PS2 version of Rez? Let me look that up.
It might be either or. I recall because I don't remember you actually playing... You just playing with a regular controller.
Ah, yeah, it's a PS2 version.
It was the very specific version, and that was the reason why the game probably got such a weird rating. Or probably didn't.
Well, no, like you could play the game without it is the thing.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Huh, yeah, very peculiar. What's another odd topic of discussion I can bring up? Oh wait, I should actually look up and see if I can find that video of fantasy subgenres again, just so I can bring it up, because a lot of them are really fucking redundant. Like what the fuck is it? There's a
Are we going to annoy Wraith with fantasy genres when he comes back?
I have no idea. Fucking.
Wait, Wraith's typing. What's he gonna say?
Oh no.
Wraith in the DMs, what's he gonna do?
He's listening to me.
Calling it out. He's saying he's dipping out.
Ah, I see.
Oh,
I see.
he got stolen for dinner.
No, so tragic. Okay, hold on. I'm actually looking this up now. I'm looking up this fantasy subgenre thing, just so I can remember what these are. Okay, so from the list that is here, there is alternative history fantasy. Okay, that kind of makes sense in hindsight. That's just alternative history with like a fantasy twist.
Historical fiction with extra steps.
Historical fiction with extra steps, yes. The one after that is Arthurian fantasy, which is basically just like an equivalent of being, like, I would argue it's like medieval, but it takes more from like the King Arthur legend and at least how it carries itself. One that I don't entirely understand called Assassin fantasy, which is
You get to fantasize about famous people getting killed.
Well, I mean, that could be true. I mean, I'm recalling that the concept when they address it in the video is just a fantasy series that follows
In order for Slacker to get more views, he must crush a watermelon with his thighs and film it. Not for free! You really want me to give that out for free?
You realize that's gonna be a fucking dedication to get that.
I'm not saying I can't do it. I definitely can. My legs are the strongest part of my body.
Okay, so the next thing that's on the list here is Christian fantasy. And I think the video makes comment of don't bring up the Bible because it doesn't entirely count. I mean, it's more.
How the hell would Christian fantasy work?
The example they give in the video is the Chronicles of Narnia. Like, Chronicles of Narnia apparently qualifies as Christian fantasy, which I assume because of, like, Christian imagery.
Well, I mean, there's Christian allegories, but...
Well, yeah, Christian allegories within...
But I would argue that's more like high fantasy with Christianity allegories.
You make a fair point. I think there's a comment that they make about it at some point regarding, like, the newest thing that you would say it qualifies as, like, high fantasy, since that's somewhere on this list. Have you seen the Apocrypha?
The Apocrypha?
Well, I know Apocrypha means fake, so I don't know what... Did you mean to say apocalypse?
Apocalypse today! Hey kids, ever wanted to start the apocalypse? Well, now you can with our special apocalypse kit! I have no idea where the hell that came from.
Just see it come with, like, a handful of different things, like...
Kitchu's like, let's not forget biblical accurate Angel S. Ah, Kitchu.
Gotta love the way he works around a keyboard.
It's all the furry porn. It messed up the part of his brain that works with spelling.
Yes. Of course. Hold on.
Non-canon Bible stories.
Yes, those exist. Hold on, I'm looking at the video right now and explaining it why.
mobile keyboard, it hate me.
Okay, so the explanation they give is that it is a fantasy story that is heavily inspired by Christian themes. Okay, that makes more sense now.
As opposed to Christian movies, which are pretty much just propaganda for the choir.
Basically.
Honestly, that's something that me and Silky have been wanting to make fun of for a while. It's just like really bad Christian media. Because at the end of the day, everyone knows that it's literally just religious propaganda. And not even good propaganda at that.
I'm surprised no one has brought up doing a thing for Bible Men yet.
Bible Man, holy shit.
What is it? Bible Man is this really
honestly,
shitty,
like,
cootie scrolling video game where you have to unlock towers by learning Bible verses.
You know, I find it hilarious that they give children the Bible, because do you know how many... Because a kid could reasonably say the word whore, and the mother would ask, "Where did you hear that word?" "Oh, I read it in my Bible!"
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it's like... It's actually kind of funny. Like, these people will swear their entire lives by a book, and they'll barely read it.
Does make sense. Does happen. Okay, so what's the other thing on this list of fantasy subgenres? The next one they have is something called comic or absurdist fantasy, which is fantasy that is very, very absurdist and has absurdist comedy. The example they give is, Discworld?
I don't know, that kind of sounds like what we're doing with Flimville, actually.
Kind of. Okay, so what's the next thing down here? It's ironic that they have something later on. They have young adult fantasy, but they also have coming of age fantasy as a thing. Like, they're two separate subgenres. It's weird because a lot of these get really muddy. Like, a lot of them get super fucking muddy.
Why do young adult stories always take themselves so fucking seriously?
Why do they always follow mopey people and always involve just the quickest way to get them together?
Have you ever seen Man Carrying Thing? That channel is great.
I actually don't think I have.
Oh, alright, I'm not gonna put it on screen, but let me pull up, like...
I guess this is happening. Still waiting for a chick track video.
Wait, what? Still waiting for the chick track video? Actually, yeah, we should do chick track sometimes.
It's really weird because the only thing that comes to mind that was made for a chick track was Dark Dungeon.
Well, I mean, like, have you ever read a chick track? Some of the shit in there is insane.
I mean, I have at least understand the one about Dungeons and Dragons.
Like, the guy who makes them, Jack Chick, is a real piece of work. Like, this is a guy who has, like, a long list of, like, people he hated. Like,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Like, to give you an idea of, like, how far gone this guy was, like, he was upset by Catholics. He took a look at the most dogmatic part of Christianity and said, "You know what? You guys don't go far enough."
Oh no, this is so edgy. So try hard. They're brutally stabbed 37 times and decapitated.
This video is sponsored.
I mean, he makes jokes, but that's really how edgy young adult protagonists are.
Pretty much.
I'm Darkblade. Some people call me the Cursed, or more likely, that fucking demon.
Yeah, I
Mind
say
you, this
fuck. Get used to it.
Honestly, it may just be me. I don't actually read, or I don't write young adult stuff. It's not really my thing. I'm far more genre writer than I am anything else.
I'll be right back.
Oh no, that really is how most medical stuff. I actively cringed when I saw that. Jesus Christ. Okay, cool. So now that I'm literally the only one here that's entertaining at the moment, how is everyone doing in the chat today? Oh wow, Chick said Catholics are pagans. Damn, that's a very intense dedication to Christianity, I guess. Honestly, that's interesting. This makes me curious that I probably should fucking that there should be a point in time where I should at least read one of the Chick tracks to at least get an understanding more aside from just the Dungeons and Dragons one. I mean, I only know that one because of the fucking Satanic Panic thing that was in whole swing with stuff. I mean, I don't know if anyone wants me to talk about it, but I do know there's like what the fuck is it? There was a book, Mazes and Monsters or something, or no, was it called that? No, that was the movie adaptation. What is it? The Dungeon Master or some shit. It was something about a book about some depressed kid that got involved with the game because he was in college when he was really young, and then he got invested in Dungeons and Dragons, and then fucking something happened where he got lost somewhere and then died, and then that was eventually made into a movie called Mazes and Monsters that has stars young Tom Hanks as a guy who plays Dungeons and Dragons with his friends. It's bit of a weird watch. I mean, if I want to make a comment about the weirder D&D movies, I could make a comment on Skullduggery, which is just D&D, which is the D&D horror movie. That's a mentally disturbed guy who becomes a slasher because he thinks he's a D&D character. What the fuck is this? Hold on. I'd have to look it up now. Wait a tick. Skullduggery. Wait, this is not the one that I'm thinking of. Here it is. Made in fucking 1983. Yep, this is the fucking Dungeons and Dragons slasher movie. That is a thing. I don't know, if you make a comment about it, we probably might see it at some point in our lifetime. Well, yeah, the older generation really isn't going to be the older generation usually is kind of afraid of the younger generation because the younger generation are expected to like supersede them. So it's mostly like superseding them for independence and doing a bunch of stuff that is independent for like rebellion's sake. Of course, the older generations are going to look and be demonizing them. That's kind of expected. Okay, I wouldn't say their lives are at stake per se. It's more just them just wanting to be rebellion because they want to be able to appreciate their independence they have before going into adulthood and then understanding the weight and level of responsibility that they have to take. That's kind of the point of growing up. That's kind of life in general. I mean, that's not really something I would argue about their lives at stake. I mean, if anything, it's more just appreciating the freedom they have when they're younger and then just growing up and realizing I'm older, I have responsibilities now, shit like that. Okay, so what's another one of these weird fucking movies in here? Yep, Skullduggery. Skullduggery is a thing. I'm probably gonna have to look up the rest of these and see if I can find any other really dumb slasher movies. Well, even if you say it's just their way of life is at stake, that's I still don't think that's really true. I mean, like their way of life doesn't particularly change that drastically when they become adults or when they are given other stuff to change it. It's mostly just that their way of life becomes slightly more multifaceted. Like I wouldn't really say their way of life is at stake either. Not particularly. Not particularly. Oh no. Oh god, this is disgusting. Fucking for the uninitiated, there's a subreddit that was shown off in the DMs for a subreddit called the Prison Hooch, and it's just really cheap beer recipes made. And like, okay, again, like I understand it's like a perceived way of life thing, feeling like it's at stake, but in the end, like I feel like again, like it's not really at stake. I mean, it just seems like that seems like way too narrow a lens to like understand it because like adults still can maintain like a sort of childish way of life. It's just the fact that they also understand that it becomes more multifaceted because of the extra responsibilities they have to take as adults. I mean, I wouldn't really argue their way of lives are really like ways of life really change per se unless something really drastic happens. It's a very peculiar wording for that. So yeah, anyway, there's a subreddit for a thing called Prison Hooch, which is just really cheap brew recipes, and I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking back to these YouTube videos I saw where there was recipes on how to like brew mead, which is a type of wine that is not made with grapes, but it is made with honey instead, like fermenting honey and berries. Because and the reason you're using honey is because the honey has a high amount of sugar, and the bacteria will be able to take that sugar and then essentially convert it into alcohol, which is why it's fermenting. So it was like I've seen videos on that. It's actually kind of interesting. It makes me kind of interested maybe trying to make some sort of mead at some point in my life. At least for once, for like a learning experience thing. Oh, wait, shit. Someone does have a mead here on here. I'm interested. It's very peculiar. I don't think, because these honestly don't look like these are that good. Ew. Looks disgusting. Just sitting there in your fucking college apartment. Just brewing stuff instead of putting it in a garage. Ew. Honestly, that is a good point. That is a very odd username. I honestly don't know. Fucking. Oh, wait, does Death actually know how to make mead? Oh, shit. In that case, I probably should ask him. I'm genuinely curious. Well, I mean, I wouldn't know. I'd have to, like, sit and think about it because given my condition, I'd have to make sure it's something that's not really carb heavy. I don't know if they don't make carb light meads. The only carb light alcohols that I know about is stuff like vodka. That honestly may just be me, but at least I'm glad that the chat is still kind of active and interacting. I mean, I'm probably aware that I'm not as entertaining when I'm by myself as compared to other people, but that's just me. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. I have to quickly actually look this up just because I'm curious. Oh well, shit. Now I have to really start gauging like an idea for something. Actually, do y'all mind if I actually take a moment to just kind of talk about like Dungeons and Dragons or something? Like, you guys mind? Because I know there's like a handful of different settings that are kind of interesting to just talk about and kind of, I guess, discuss as a topic. And this may just be me because like when I think of like a really interesting like Dungeons and Dragons setting, I don't think of something like Forgotten Realms. Forgotten Realms is kind of boring. That's just stock standard medieval fantasy. That Forgotten Realms is only really interesting as soon as it's like, what is it? Forgotten Realms recent stuff with the Descent into Avernus stuff, which is not really about like Forgotten Realms itself. That's more delving into like the Nine Hells of Baator, which is more like this weird cosmological concept in the Forgotten Realms, which is just a giant cone of layers of different things of hell, and at the very top is this layer called Avernus, which is essentially where demons and devils, yes, they're both two different things. I don't know why either. It's very peculiar. Fucking demons and devils engage in something. Oh yeah, Forgotten Realms is a very famous setting. It's, I think, something that was around since 2nd edition, going all the way into 5th edition. It's one that's very popular. There's a lot of stories that's written in it, especially like ones that were written by Salvatore, or R.A. Salvatore, for Dritz de Erden, which is a drow elf that lives in the setting. I mean, like, it would be interesting to, like, try Descent into Avernus, if anything, because Avernus is itself kind of interesting. Because basically, the whole idea is that in Avernus, there is, which is the top layer of the Nine Hells of Baator, is that there's a thing where, like, demons and devils are essentially going to fight with each other.
Sorry about that, I'm back.
Oh, hi.
What'd I miss?
I was talking about a Dungeons and Dragons slasher movie called Skullduggery that was made in the 80s.
Oh, nice.
I was looking at the prison hooch thing, and I was mentioning that I was interested in trying my hand at
Crayon consumer.
I have no idea what's up with that name. Yeah, and I was mentioning, like, wanting to try my hand at mead. There was a brief discussion about, like, the, like, older people being more concerned with, fucking youth demonizing people and stuff like that, and I'm more like, well, it's not really their lives at stake. It's more just they're embracing and accepting their freedom when it's at that age, because when they become adults, they have to realize they have to take up responsibilities and such. And then now I'm just talking about D&D campaign settings. I'm currently talking about Descent into Avernus, which is a campaign book that was set in the Forgotten Realms, and the basic idea is that there's this cosmological concept in Forgotten Realms called the Nine Hells of Baator, which is like this giant cone of layers of hell. And at the very top of it, there's this layer called Avernus, which is like the very top. And what happens there is that fucking demons and devils engage in this massive conflict called the Blood War. So that's going on, and then like the whole concept for what's going on in fucking Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus is that there's this massive cosmic situation where like a town or a city in the Forgotten Realms in Faerun, I think El Turel, is like taken out of the material plane, and it's actually like drifting into hell itself. It's it's kind of interesting. Like, if anything, just for going to Avernus, but that's just because the hell imagery is there, I guess. Have I thought I can make a campaign using Vivipop Hellverse? I mean, it would probably be interesting to do.
Okay, but there's probably better worlds to do that with, because the problem with a lot of the problem with Vivipop is that she creates these interesting worlds, and then she completely fumbles them.
Okay, like, here's my stance on it. Like, Vivipop's Hellverse, like, I think it works for a tabletop thing. I don't know if it specifically works for D&D specifically. Like, when I think of it, I think of, like, I think Hellverse would make sense for something like City of Mist, or, like, maybe a Powered by Apocalypse setting. Like Uncharted Worlds or something. It would be very weird. It's very peculiar because it's hard to like do modern settings like that without making a bunch of massive changes to stuff. But that is unless I do something like Vivipop Hellverse, but it's medieval-esque. Is it a handicap challenge? Or I would argue, yeah, considering that there's all this extra stuff going on, and I would have to watch Vivipop's stuff in order to like understand the general lore for like the world building stuff to understand it.
And then get frustrated at the fact that she's basically, I don't think it's intentional, but a lot of her work hinges on like the animation and art style. So when you finally see, when the cracks start to show in like the story, they become really noticeable.
Yeah, in hindsight, I feel
like I'm not saying that these things are like the worst things in the world, because they are. Like, you can definitely tell that some effort was put into the art and animation, and honestly, I would say that it's probably mid at worst. But my point is, these shows could have been like a hell of a lot better, pun intended, if they actually managed to get like an actual writer on board to help organize things out.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, that's genuinely something to be expected. And then there's also like the fact that like everyone was expecting Has Been Hotel's trailer to be really good, and then Has Been just got overshadowed by Amazing Digital Circus when that first showed up. But yes, to answer your question, is it possible to make a campaign?
Actually, I'd argue that it got overshadowed by Hell of a Boss even before that.
Well, to be fair, that was because when Has Been Hotel like first showed off its thing, that was more like a special that's supposed to be proof of concept, I guess, is what was going for, and then at that point they worked on Hell of a Boss, and that was the fact that Hell of a Boss has just a basic schedule right now, and they were getting funding for Has Been Hotel, so that's kind of expected. So I'm gonna say, yeah, rounding back to fucking the original comment. Is it possible to make a campaign setting with Vivzy Pop Hellverse? It is. I probably would take spins on it, like maybe make it more medieval based, but I would have to like watch stuff to like get basic world building lore down. But that's just me. I mean, mind you, it's just me. I prefer making my own unique settings, but that's more just because I'm an ideas guy. I mean, it's very weird for me to work with, like, original, like, already established settings. It's not particularly my thing.
I'm back.
Oh,
All
right.
What did I miss? I mean, other than the end of Bioshock, apparently, but...
Oh, it's been over for, like, 45 minutes?
Christ.
and there's just been random chatting. I've been chatting a little bit on D&D. I've been discussing
Yeah, like, I didn't even notice you were gone until, like, after the game.
Oh, wow. I got scooped up for dinner. I thought it was just going to be a free-for-all. I guess it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we'll just give our thoughts on Bioshock 2 and then end the stream.
I don't remember a goddamn thing that happened before, but I guess the game looked cool.
Yeah, it's...
Sounds about right.
I mean, it's not a bad sequel. It's definitely not as good as the original, but then again, like, the original Bioshock is a masterpiece, so how could you, like, compare yourself to that? But
Not there.
Yeah.
honestly, like, as, like, a game itself, it's alright. I'd probably give it, like, a 6 out of 10. I mean, for someone like me who absolutely loved the original Bioshock, it's just more Bioshock. But if you're someone who isn't necessarily if you're not a fan of the first game, this isn't gonna win you over. But at the same time, it's like, don't go into this thinking that you're going to be getting, like, Bioshock 1 level stuff. In fact, I think a lot of people went into Bioshock Infinite thinking that, and...
Ooh.
Yeah, I remember, like, the earliest complaint about Bioshock Infinite was, oh my god, it takes place somewhere else, and I'm like...
Yeah. It's a sequel. It doesn't have to be in the same setting.
True.
Look, famously, sequels can expand the world that you live in.
Yeah, it's... Honestly, Bioshock 2 is a sequel that was absolutely unnecessary. But it's one of those sequels that actually did alright. Like, I would place it just above mid.
It's a solid good.
Yeah, it's a solid good. I don't think I'll be returning to it anytime soon, but because if I want to play a Bioshock game, I'm either going to go for Bioshock 1 or Bioshock Infinite, but overall, like, as a game, it is good, and honestly, if the two other games in your franchise are one of the greatest games ever made, and a game that, although hasn't aged as well as... Honestly, the whole Bioshock series is solid. It's just that it's sandwiched between, like, two games that are, like, way better.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, Bioshock 2 is literally the middle child of the family.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Where you got one game, you know, the big brother, so to speak, good at fucking everything. Little kid, you know, maybe not quite as good in some places, but holy fuck that gameplay. And the awkward middle child doesn't really excel anywhere, but hey, he's fine. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like at some point I'm going to play through Bioshock and Bioshock 2 for myself just to gauge stuff. I don't know. I may do it something on my own time, but that's just me. But ultimately, for the most part, I think it's interesting. Like, they definitely were... Bioshock definitely was a trendsetter, I guess, if you want to make that argument for, like, for the sim games like that, so immersive simulators. But for the most part, it's like something like I think they're okay. I think Bioshock 2 explores the whole morality mechanic slightly better than the first game, because the first game was so much more heavy-handed that if you just do it once to a little sister, you get the bad ending. So that's something I would have taken argument with. The second game I think does it slightly better, but that's just me.
Huh.
So yeah, that's my thoughts. I did like 7 out of 10. I would agree. That's a reasonable.
Well, I said 6, but
okay, 6 out of 10 also works. That's like just over half.
Huh.
So yeah.
So yeah, that's 2 hours of gameplay and 1 hour of waiting for Wraith to come back.
Yeah, pretty much. You didn't need to wait so fucking long, but...
Look, man. We started this together, we end it together. That's why we're doing this in a private call instead of just the chaos that is the stream box.
Know
yeah,
what?
That's
fair.
Yeah, it's the platoon mentality. Makes sense.
Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to say, if just because my view on Bioshock 2 is kind of fragmented because of the gaps in the stream, but I don't know, it looks like an alright enough game. Like,
what if our Bioshock 2 playthrough is like it's like one of those merrily we roll along things, and the thing just makes way more sense if you watch them in reverse chronological order?
Possibly, I don't know.
Anyway, it's actually kind of funny. When we started this series, this channel was called War Room, and when we finished it, it went through like 2 different rebrands.
Yep.
Yeah,
yep, that's the funny. It's just funny how it works like that.
Well, now with the regular schedule, like maybe after I finish up Chrono Trigger, maybe we'll do Bioshock Infinite.
It very easily makes sense. Oh no, Bioshock Infinity and beyond. That's great. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. The schedule's there, it helps, it justifies its existence.
I named it something better, though.
Oh no, what did you name it?
Bioshock Motherfucker Unlimited. Aw, yeah.
Woo. Just a fucking loud soundboard, I swear. Oof.
What's on my soundboard? Hold on, I gotta check. But yeah, I wasn't kidding about like that expansion pack soundboard earlier, because that's where Mortis comes from, but it's also where did I fucking put it?
Tip, hold control plus tilde. Wait, hold plus tilde? Control plus tilde to use soundboard in a game overlay. Oh, I see. So that's how you would do that. Fitting. Also, are there any other comments that we need to address for this? Or is there anything else we had in mind to discuss?
Oh, fuck, I found it. Yeah, my soundboard, my booster soundboard also has this.
Sexual tension.
Oh, okay.
Is that an Ultra Kill reference?
No.
No.
I wouldn't know. I've never played Ultra Kill. I should probably play Ultra Kill.
I like my advice ball.
I just need you just need the facade sounds in the soundboard. That's all you need sometimes. I like my advice ball.
Hey, Facade's
gotta give it to him.
If anything, because it's funny.
I was gonna say Facade is not a good game. It's just a funny game.
Somebody should do that for the channel sometime.
I've never actually played Facade, so I would not know what I'm doing. Is the thing.
Oh, even better.
What the fuck?
Well, I know how it works, but it's like
you know the thing with that when if you type melon, it kicks you out, right?
Yes. Because they think you're talking about, like, what's her name's tits or whatever.
Oh,
I just know the advice.
What the fuck was it? I remember seeing a video that was doing a review of Facade, and it was commenting on how it's like you're able to like get all the way to the end by just saying yes or no.
Yes. No, you are just allowed to say yes to everything, and you can beat the game.
Yes, 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 yes.
No, is it weird that if I were to do the situation, like if they were asking questions, I would like say yes with a question mark, like yes?
Yeah?
Yes? And then just immediately go yes. Yes. Yes?
Oh.
Ooh. Loud.
Soundboard dick measuring contest.
Oh, you got a wrong buzzer. Watch this wrong buzzer.
Oh.
He's whipping it out. What the hell was that?
Have you ever played I Made a Game with Zombies in it?
No!
Wait, hang on! What? You're not cultured. You are not cultured, my man. It was a fucking, you remember the Xbox 360 indie games or whatever, right? Not like Xbox Live Arcade, but it was
Those
like...
didn't even have fucking achievements. They were trash.
Yeah, a lot of those were terrible, but I Made a Game with Zombies with it was maybe like one of the 50 good ones.
Bold of you to assume there were 50 good games on there.
I perused it enough. If you went looking hard enough, you would find a few good ones. Keyword a few. No, hot take though. Like, not hot take, but I would love to figure out how to access those games, like, in the modern day. Because there are archives of it. It's just you can't emulate those easily, right?
Yeah, it's like, there are some games that can't be emulated on Xenia right now.
And Xbox Live indie games are one of them.
Yeah, it's like, you would think the shittiest games would be the easiest to emulate, but no.
Yeah, you just fucking can't. Which is unfortunate.
You know what else is unfortunate? You can't emulate Dust and Elysian Tale on Xenia.
That's fucked up. But also that's on Steam, so...
Yeah, it's because anything with, like, the XNA, like, engine or whatever, you can't emulate it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, Xenia has, like, a lot of work to do. Like, it's really there's only, like, a handful of games that work perfectly, and even the ones that do work well, like, there's no guarantee you're not gonna get, like, constant crashes.
Yeah. But, no, I would love to do a fucking live stream someday of, like, old Xbox Live indie games, because in a weird way, those kind of were my childhood because I would just peruse a bunch of them because, you know, they're small games that can easily fit on the bullshit 20 gig hard drive we had. So I just play a billion demos of these fucking things.
You know, I had the bullshit 20 gig one until, ironically, the Xbox One came out, and I'm like, you know what? I prefer my Xbox 360, and I went back to that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest here. Xbox One was kind of a downgrade.
No, you're right. I'm kind of eighth
I know I
gen's
talk about it.
biggest hater. I'll be real.
Like to give you an idea of like how big of a downgrade, like the Xbox One era has been. In the Xbox 360 days, you could unlock achievements offline. Like, the tell would be that it wouldn't have a date next to it, but you would still be able to unlock achievements. You can't do that if you're offline on Xbox One.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, here's the thing. It keeps a track of what you've unlocked, but there's no guarantee that it's going to actually unlock it when you go back online.
Yeah. Well, here's my whole thing, though, with the whole, like, 8th console generation going forward. I just hate the always online crap so much. Like... Or maybe not always online, but online lets you use X feature, and it's just kind of stupid. Like, I don't know. All it just means is that these consoles, they're not going to be paperweights in a few years. It's not going to be like the fucking PS5 Slim, if y'all know the deal with that thing.
Oh,
but like,
yeah.
Like, oh god. I'm so glad the fat PS5 exists, just because... Oh god, I'm gonna have to get one of those when they plateau in value secondhand, just because Christ, the Slim looks terrible. Like...
The fatter one is a power statement.
No, not even that. So
I'm gonna be honest, I never really had a reason to get a PS5.
No, that's the thing. I also don't have a reason to get one. But if I ever feel the need to get one, I'm getting a fat because all
right, bye,
here's
Chalice.
So here's the thing, Shadow, with the PS5 Slim, just so you know. So the cool feature it has, like on paper, this is actually like a really genuinely cool feature, is it has a detachable disk drive. So if you don't want the disk drive initially, but then say later you change your mind, you know, you can just buy a disk drive or whatever for it, right? The problem is you need internet to authenticate the disk drive. So,
Figured there were strings attached.
Yes, and that's a pretty big string, because as soon as those servers go offline, granted, this probably won't be for, like, 20 years or so, let's be real, but there's still a good chance they're gonna go offline, because they will.
If the servers go offline, it locks the disk drive?
No, it doesn't lock the disk drive. It means it won't be able to authenticate it if you either remove it or put in a new one.
Oh, what the fuck?
So, all your disc games that you had for PS5 are now paperweights because you can't use them on a Slim.
Oh god, that sucks. Fuck that.
It's terrible. Like, genuinely, it's as bad as the CMOS battery thing that they had to fix. Like...
I love how Sony is like the one company that's like, hey, we have a problem here. How about instead of fixing it, we basically create a new version of that problem?
No, Sony's hilarious to me because they will just have problems out persisting in consoles for years and never fix them. Yeah, get this, the CMOS battery's as old as the PS3.
Ooh.
This is that was an issue that didn't get fixed until like 2022 with firmware updates, or 2021, I don't remember, but point is it didn't get fixed until people like pointed it out when it probably started happening. Like,
and even there we don't even, like, do we know if it was intentional or not?
I don't think it was, but it's still just an engineering oversight from how I kind of interpreted it.
It probably started off as an engineering oversight, and then they're like, wait a minute, we can use this to make more money. And then they decided not to fix it.
Well, they did end up patching it out, like, because it was just...
Probably because they didn't want to lose customers.
Yeah, which is funny, because I feel like they're kind of doing that anyway, so... Just because of just some of the shit they're pulling, like, ooh. I don't know. Sony is
I
funny
know.
to me because, like...
Yeah, I love how...
Son, why?
I love
why
how,
you do this?
like, I love how right now the best reason to get a PS5 is God of War, which I have heard amazing things about, but I'm waiting for it to come to PC, and a game that confused the Cuban flag with the Puerto Rican flag.
Damn. Huh. Well, I was gonna say,
I didn't even
like...
realize that happened.
Well, even just outside of the whole exclusive things with the PS5, right? Because this is the thing I always say, too. I've been saying for a bit now, and this kind of ties back to something I said in the chat the other day, right? But I'm kind of I'm the kind of person that's of the opinion that you kind of shouldn't ever get a game new unless it's like a multiplayer game or whatever, and that kind of has like a second lifespan attached to it, right? Because you end up saving so much money long term if you just wait a year to play it. Like, I'm gonna be honest. That's just my hot take.
Unless
You don't
it's a
need to
Nintendo game,
agree.
in that case, they never drop the price.
Oh yeah, if you're going Nintendo, don't if you're gaming on a budget. Yeah, ironically, the cheapest system like tied on the market right now is a Switch.
The ironic thing, though, is that Nintendo actually has a
has
reason
most
to keep...
expensive games.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, though. Like, most of the Nintendo's games actually do warrant, like, full price sometimes, so...
Oh yeah, that's the thing, is they warrant full price, but it's just, I'm just saying, if you just need to game on a budget or whatever, I'm not even kidding, this is the best time to get a PS4 or an Xbox One or something like that, because those systems are like $100, and the games are like 20 in some cases. I'm not even kidding.
Eventually, when they shut down the servers, you can hack the PS4.
Yeah, I think you can already hack the PS4.
Oh wait, actually thinking back to like the shit with like the $20.
Fun fact: the reason why the Xbox One has never
how like digital copies of games are actually worth like $60-$70, but the physical copies are actually tanking in prices.
Yeah, that's part of it too. Is just like I'm not like a physical purist or anything like that, because I think both have their upsides and downsides.
I'm honestly gonna say this is just giving me an incentive to just expand my physical library more.
No, that's the thing. I'm not like a physical purist by any means, because look, I think physical and digital both have like pretty valid downsides and pretty valid upsides each, right?
I just wish that physical games on like PlayStation and Xbox weren't kind of pointless.
Yeah, it depends on the release from what I've seen.
Well, no, what I mean is that if I already have the game, why do I need to fully install the game to the system?
Actually, I can quell that answer with one thing: bandwidth. There's actually a technical reason.
Sounds about right.
So,
and why don't I need to do it on Switch?
Bandwidth. Because here's the thing, a cartridge inherently has very fast access times, and so does a hard drive. A disk drive, on the other hand, doesn't have fast access times. So that's why you end up installing games with a hard drive. Look, I agree it's kind of dumb, but like I know why they do it. It's so you don't have like either like texture loading issues or like egregious fucking load times, basically. I don't know. Whole thing's just interesting to me.
It's very interesting.
The reason why I bring it up is because
I'm just thinking
if I'm installing the whole game to the system anyway, then my disc is no more than like a glorified key.
Yeah. Albeit, like, I will say this all boils down to the release too, because this is the bullshit part about it, because companies are like, oh, that means I can only have like the worst, buggiest build on the disc or whatever. Like, I mean, like half the game or whatever. In the case of something like Reignited Trilogy, only like one of the 3 games on the disc for some fucking reason. Or like the cart or whatever the hell it is, right?
They fixed that. I think they fixed that for the Switch release. They might have fixed that for the Switch release. Actually, you know what? I'm not sure.
That's fucking weird. They fixed it for the Switch release of all things then, but also I get it. It's a downgraded version, so they probably had more whatever. But the whole reason they do it like that is just because but this is the bullshit thing about it, is then they'll just release like these half-baked things that you need internet to then download the whole game, and then it's like, okay, what the fuck? Like, I'm looking at you, Pro Skater 5.
That wasn't even a good game.
Skater 5.
That wasn't a good game, but that's a great example of what I'm talking about, because it only has one fucking level on the disc. Like,
God damn, one level on the disc. Could be worse. Could have DLC characters on the disc with locking them behind.
I mean,
DLC
I feel like if
anyway.
companies are going to do
Hi,
that, they
Street
should only
Fighter
charge like
X
$5 for the disc and then make us pay for the rest.
I could see that.
Well, I was about to say, isn't that the thing that happened with Street Fighter Cross Tekken? They had DLC characters on there, but they hid them behind DLC anyway.
Yeah,
Yes.
and honestly, I don't know if they still do that, but all I know is that people got mad about that, and I think there was even like, wasn't there like a legal ruling that said that you were, I don't know, but somebody said that if you buy like a physical copy of a game, you are technically like entitled to everything on that disc.
No, exactly.
Like, you could go into, like, all this bullshit stuff about, like, oh, technically it's licensed to you. Well, then technically you're licensed to everything on that disc.
Exactly. Like, I don't know. Physical media in games is just so weird. It's just gotten so weird to me, because that's why I don't fully get the whole, like, or rather, I don't get why some people, like, nowadays are like, oh, I have to get all my games physical nowadays or whatever. I just mean for, like, modern releases, when half the time, maybe not half the time, but there's a lot of cases where not all the content's on the fucking disc. And
yeah,
it's like,
I'll say this much, like, before I got back into emulation, I did
You could just be so happy and bought a physical copy of Cyberpunk 2077 when it first came out and be so happy and then realize it was a piece of shit.
But yeah,
Wait,
like,
actually,
when it comes, but yeah, I still got, like, my Xbox not Series, but Xbox One S, and between when I got that and when I got back into emulation, I did almost everything digital because it was just easier than just getting, like, a physical copy.
What the fuck? How is Tales of Arise only $5?
Steam, bitch!
Yeah.
No, I'm looking on the GameStop store.
Yeah, no, like I said, that's the in my opinion the biggest benefit to going physical right now for, like, at least a lot of, like, semi-old games at this point. By that I mean, like, you know, they're not, like, talked about at the moment.
Hogwarts Legacy is still like $70. Fuck that.
Oh, yeah, but also, why would you pay $70 for a bad video game? Like,
this is true.
Hell, why would you want to pay $5 for a bad video game? It's not even the funny bad. It's just bad. Like,
it's just bad. It's like when I got Taken the Power of Juju for GameCube, and when I was so happy I got when I was beating the final boss, and then the game glitched at the final boss and didn't even get to the end credits. I'm like, no.
I think people's definition of, like, bad has skewed from... I think that people's definition of good game has skewed from this is genuinely an enjoyable experience to this game doesn't shit the bed when I try to play it.
Yeah.
I wish
to be fair, Hogwarts
I wish they just made a fucking PS4 port for Morrowind or Oblivion. I would play the shit out of those.
Making, like, an Oblivion HD... quote unquote, but, like, are they remastering Oblivion?
You know what they should do? They should do an Oblivion port that is literally like just a straight port of Oblivion. No up-resing, no remastering, just literally Oblivion, but on PS4 or whatever.
Oh no.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Keep everything the way it was, just put it on a new system.
Okay, and to answer your question, to my knowledge, yes. What they're doing is like an advanced overhaul mod in Skyrim and calling it Sky Oblivion.
Oh my god, that's so dumb.
Is everyone voiced by Todd Howard? I need to know.
I mean, it's
well,
like
it's Oblivion, so there's only like 5 voice actors.
What in the goddamn?
I mean, it's like up there with like when they made an overhaul thing for Skyrim, and it was literally just Morrowind.
Yeah, Bioshock, Bioshock, Bioshock! It's the grand champion! Oh, jeez.
Actually, speaking of bad video games, why do people unironically like Mega Man?
Morrowind's lore is basically just, and then the Tribunal decided to be assholes.
Ooh, Slacker is really starting the hot takes tonight.
Like, it's a run and gun game where you can't shoot up. Do I need to say more?
Oh no, it's terrible. Wait, are you sure you're not talking about some old 2D or some old retro FPS like Doom?
No, I am talking about Mega Man. You legitimately cannot shoot up.
Oh. Oh wait, that's right. You can't do that.
I'm pretty sure it was done that way, so you actually want to use the other weapons. That's what I feel like, at least.
I was under the impression that was why they have it that way.
Well, here's the thing. Like, what other run and gun game does that?
Look, I'm not trying to like prove your point or anything. I'm just like genuinely trying to recall like run and gun games, because the only one that's coming to mind is Contra for some fucking reason, and that's like the only one. Like,
and you can guess what? That was also on NES. You can shoot up.
Yeah.
Do you see where I'm getting at?
No, I get that.
Metal Slug, you can fucking shoot up. Cuphead, you can fucking shoot up. And you know what? This isn't even the NES games. Like, I was playing Mega Man X earlier today. I got swarmed by enemies who were all on top of me. I couldn't do a damn thing about it because I can't shoot up.
Damn, sounds like a you problem.
Well, I mean, I'm not good at Mega Man, but the point is... But the point is, if I was able to shoot up, I probably would have been better at there.
Oh, I was about to say, at least you acknowledge it.
I was gonna say, skill issue?
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Imagine if you're playing, like, Dark Souls and they don't give you the ability to dodge.
Oh, no, that'd be hellish.
Imagine if you were playing a racing game and you didn't have a brake button.
Oh, so how I play racing games.
Okay, well, more specifically, F-Zero without a brake button.
Oh, no, that puts...
so how I play fast RMX.
Okay, well, in actual F-Zero games, you need that. Well, in SNES F-Zero, you do need that brake button.
I know, I'm just fucking with you when I say that.
Yeah.
But, like, genuinely, I'm somebody who fucking full throttles that shit.
Yeah, I was gonna go for Legend of Zelda, but I don't know how many you guys have played.
I've only beaten 2. You literally know one of them, and the other one's Ocarina of Time.
3D Zelda, but you can't Z target.
No, 3D Zelda, but the sword only works if you're facing a certain direction.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, that is the level of, like, bullshit game design that Mega Man has. It's like, guess what? You can only shoot left or right.
2D Zelda, but you can't pick up items. Like,
no, 2D Zelda, but the sword only works if you're facing up.
Oh.
And you know what? That is a consistent element across every single, like, side-scrolling Mega Man game. Like, they do it in Mega Man X. Like, even the modern Mega Man games do it. Why? And you can't even say, like, technical constraints, because fucking Contra was able to do it, and that was on the same goddamn system.
Well, I was gonna say it's probably by design, because Slacker, I could say something very similar about. I want to say 90% of classic Castlevania. Like, I say 90% because I know 4 is more like way more lenient, but like that's also like the easiest of the classic
Are you talking about
games.
the whip in Castlevania? Yes. Okay,
yes.
Well, Castlevania 4. It's literally a remake of the first game. You can literally whip in any direction.
Yeah, and that was like the only game that gave you as much freedom. I understand. I think Rondo of Blood lets you whip straight up, but it's not that helpful from what I understand, because going at an angle.
But yeah, here's the thing about Castlevania, though. There's not a lot of enemies that are directly on top of you. They actually do take into account that, you can only, like, whip left or right. Let's put the enemies left or right. Let's not have enemies that are directly above you.
Also, I'm looking up stuff for like the Prison Hooch subreddit. Are we just gonna acknowledge there's one
Oh my-
shot that's like the fruit?
Did you see the fucking username I found, Ready?
I did. No, but I think
The fucking Fruity Pebble Syrup Hooch literally looks like you're brewing that shit inside a college apartment.
what the fuck was the one I sent my friend? It was update on the marshmallow fluff wine, and it
what?
This made me so fucking angry when I saw it.
How the fuck does that work?
I don't know. Why would you make this?
I mean, like, my assumption would be, like, the marshmallow fluff would just get fucking destroyed because the fucking enzymes would take all the sugar out of it and would make it alcohol.
Misclick.
What the fuck? That literally just looks like piss. That was just, like, very clear piss.
Hydrated piss.
I'm drinking piss. I don't know, it's just weird. Like, I literally look at one and it looks like they're fucking brewing it inside a college apartment. It looks so bad.
Wouldn't be shocked, honestly. College students are fucking depraved. Jeez, like, I want to get going a little bit though, because I do have work early tomorrow.
Let's. I've been Slacker.
I've been Blue.
I've been Shadow. Been fun, everybody.
Finally, we're done with this fucking game.
Thank
Oh,
God.
jeez.